Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Folks, it is Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve, and I have a theory. I just have a theory. I have no proof, but the title, as you can see, Africa Bambaataa sends message to Hassan Campbell and STAR. And STAR. If you look in my community section right now, you will see a post from Africa Bambaataa on November the 14th. Now, this is taken from Lauryn Hill's, one of her tracks, okay? But it says, don't you understand, man? Universal law. What you throw out, come back to you, STAR. Never underestimate those who you scar, because karma, come back to you hard. That's Bambaataa on November the 14th. And after that, we would recently see Hassan Campbell, who they know up in the Bronx River as Baby B.O. Poppy. And that's my guy. Don't get it twisted. If you're new to the show, I gave him a plaque. He earned the plaque. He is the bravest man in hip-hop. Yes, he told his story. He told his truth, and they are upset. Africa Bambaataa, who has been excluded from the 50th hip-hop anniversary in the New York City area. He was not at Yankee Stadium. He was uninvited to multiple events. And Bambaataa is speaking up. You tell me, is this a direct shot? Is it a sub to STAR? Now, again, this is from a Lauryn Hill song, for those who know these lyrics, but why use the name STAR? Why talk about what you throw out, come back to you, STAR? Never underestimate, those who you scar. He's been scarred, Bambaataa, yes? Okay, that's my main topic. And also, the showrunner, Florida Boy J, I need to talk to him this afternoon. Why is Angel Reese not playing for LSU? I'm not in the loop. I'm not up to speed. I do have some notes here, however. The LSU star didn't travel with the team for their 73-50 victory over Southeastern Louisiana, okay? But she did break her silence on social media. She said, please don't believe everything you read. Now, she's a junior forward. She didn't go into detail about what's going on. I did see the coach of the LSU female basketball team. She's not saying a lot, but I can only speculate. And I would rather be educated if anybody wants to call in. What's going on with Angel Reese? Is she doing too much? Is the money that they're making, the college athletes, is it going to their heads? Are they too much to deal with right now? I don't know. Phone lines open, okay? Also, I have some other things I want to talk about. It's Thanksgiving Eve. I celebrate all holidays, as you may or may not know. I'm excited. But I do want to make an announcement. I am going to be moving to North Carolina. It's not going to be Emerald Isle. Let me just write something down here. But North Carolina is pretty much where I'm going to base the Star Report for the next year or two. I found an area that I really like. It's not Wilmington. It's a little north of Wilmington, and it's not, again, quite Emerald Isle, but we'll talk about that later, okay? Good afternoon, Troll Babies. How you guys doing? Skylar Saunders, I see you. Skylar, do you want to tap in at some point? Shoot me a text message. Okay, let's talk about it. And to my knowledge, Hassan Campbell, I haven't been his page since he did something from the hospital and he showed the bullet. I have not been up to speed on what's going on with him. Is he okay, guys? Well, I'm not laughing. Pardon me. But you know, he's doing what he does, and that's a good thing. He's putting it all on the line, and I do believe he was touched. Matter of fact, let me take a minute here to break down my theory about why I think Bambaataa sent a message to Hassan Campbell. We recently saw him days ago, just doing the most. I'll just say that in front of the Bronx River houses. Okay, that's a project area in the Bronx. And the next thing you know, a cut, and then he's driving to the hospital, so he said. And then a day or so later, we see a video of him. He's looking in the camera, styling and profiling. And he shows a bullet in a plastic bag. He then shows someone else who's sleeping in the hospital room. I guess that was his homie who held him down. I don't know that guy's name. I believe he was indeed touched. He was touched. He was doing too much, okay? But within the time frame of the less than 30-minute video in Bronx River houses where Africa Bambaataa is still respected, almost a godlike figure. I do believe somebody reached out to Bam and said, hey, yo, Bam, Poppy downstairs. And Bam, who, you know, may or may not have, I have no proof, may have said, really? Really? And then the person may have spoken to someone else, or maybe the person went downstairs, handled that, I don't know. Poppy, where is the video footage? You're missing footage. We want to see everything. He's doing these little edit jobs, you know, from the hospital, right? He's doing edit jobs. We want to see everything. Now, I'm not going to say that Bambaataa said do something to him. Again, I have no proof. But Bam is one of them old school niggas. He's older than me, but, you know, we don't play these social media game. You can talk all hella crazy, but if I see you in the flesh or if I can get to you, shit's going to happen, okay? And I think, you know, someone may have said, yo, you want me to handle something for you? And Bam may have said, well, I'm not asking you to do anything, but if something were to happen, you know, that would be a wonderful thing. I'll just say that. And pow, there we go. Phone lines open right now. I think that's Florida Boy J. I want to talk to him early, okay? So that's my theory that Africa Bambaataa may have had Poppy, baby B.O., touched. Troll babies, again, is anybody up to speed? Can you educate me? Has anyone approached this particular angle? Have they said that Bambaataa, you know, may or may not have, you know, pushed a button? If so, promote that channel, call in. I would like to hear everything this afternoon. Hang on a second. Exotic F7, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. You see? Boogie down Bronx. Bambaataa is still that nigga for real in the BX. Let's just keep it real. I think he's a piece of shit, but he has not been convicted of anything, and the current lawsuit that's against him for molestation is still ongoing. So there are people, of course, who are going to say, nah, we need proof, yada, yada, yada. You know the story, okay? All right, let's get the show cracking here. I'm hyped. I'm charged. Florida Boy J's at you, sir, on a Wednesday afternoon. FBJ.
Yes. We're in the building. We are up to date with the information. Is we're very deep into the Bussy-verse, so I'm happy I'm not calling in to talk about Bambaataa and his expectations. So let's talk about.
I don't need you to necessarily follow my lead. If you want to chime in, that's fine. But I want you to educate me on Angel Reese. I've got some notes here. What's going on? Is she getting too big for her britches, or is she the victim of corporations already trying to, censor or just break young black athletes? What's going on here? Please.
No, one thing we're not going to do is victimize young niggas getting the bag and kind of crashing out. See, it all kind of sparked up with Angel Reese's mom and Flaw J, the daughter of Camouflage. They're on the same team for LSU.
Okay.
And Angel Reese's mom and Flaw J's mom went back and forth on social media. Flaw J's mom said, you definitely don't know about grammar errors when your daughter has a 2.0 or less GPA.
Damn.
And then when that was said, that kind of lit off the spark of speculation on why Angel Reese hasn't played, because she played the first game of the season, but they were upset in that game, and she only shot 6 for 15. And then after that, just 4 games into the season, she was benched. She was benched, like you said earlier, for the Southeastern Louisiana game on Fridays.
Right.
And when the questions were swirling, the coach, Kim Mulkey, said that, we hope she's back on the team soon, but she's not going to answer anything more than that. Basically telling the media that they want to be more entitled to things they shouldn't or should know. Pretty much, there's no official statement on why she's benched, but when Flaw J's mom came out there and questioned the GPA, seeing that they haven't officially suspended her, the NCAA hasn't filed any sanctions on, taking a bag or cheating or any NIL discrepancies.
Right.
What it does look like is a star athlete isn't hitting the books, And, because she's a little famous, she has clout, the university and the coaching staff are protecting her. But the way it looks right now, it could be a GPA educational situation where she hasn't got her grades up. Niggas been saying she's been at the Florida State campus with a boyfriend all summer, laid up, booed up, choosed up, not in the gym.
Cuffing and doing all sorts of goofy shit with Ja Morant, but the grades are slipping.
Cuffing and loving on TikTok, hitting the dances, and not in the gym, putting up jump shots, and not hitting the books.
Right.
And it looks like the chickens are coming home to roost. She's getting called out by other teammates' moms. And you know how it goes. When the parents start talking, it's usually kind of coming from the child, as, the Odell Beckham situation with Baker Mayfield a couple years ago.
Okay.
So, with the situation, there isn't any official word, but she has not been in uniform. She's still part of the basketball team, and the coach said that we hope to see her sooner than later, and she's not going to answer anymore, and that's all we need to know at this point.
If I can jump in, the demeanor of the coach is not one of, sympathy, for Angel Reese. She's being very stern. She's speaking from a coach's position, shutting down the media, and one would only assume, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, that the team is still playing good, minus the Angel Reese. Yes, no?
Yes, the team is still playing good, but when they got upset first game of the season, and not by a small margin either, they literally got one of the best other college basketball females over there to her team. So for the fact that they lost like the first game of the season was very alarming. This is supposed to be low-key a female college basketball super team. So when they came out and lost 92-78, the game wasn't really close. She did grab 15 points and 12 rebounds, but she shot 6 of 15 from the field. If you actually watch the game, a lot of the shots she remembered.
I did not. Let me jump in. I did not, nor do I care to watch college female basketball. But now, with all due respect, what would the best college female basketball team be equivalent to? A C-list, a C-list team in college for males? Just asking. I don't know.
No, I think a team with this caliber, this would be probably one of the all-time teams as far as name and recognition and stats go. But I don't think they can play ball with the best AAU or a high school prep team who has a few players going to Division I. So I understand what you're saying, but women like Caitlin Clark for Iowa, who's hitting 38-foot threes, putting up 40 points a game, balling like Kobe. It's female basketball is progressing. I understand that not being ball with the men. But
I just had to ask because I didn't care enough to even really dive into this story. I saw Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp talking about this, I think 2 days ago, and I said, I'll come back to this, but I needed something for the showrunner. Hey, man, you sent me a new link to your latest episode. Tell us about that, and then I want to hear your thoughts on my theory that Bambaataa had Hassan Campbell touched in front of Bronx River Projects and the lyrics with my name in them. Please.
Yes, like I said, we're very deep into the Bussy-verse this week. In the last 2 weeks, we went straight to the Diddy topic. We talked about that for well over an hour. We played audio. We had other recant statements of people in the past talking about Diddy. With the numerous things he's done, we've had a roundtable discussion about it. Then we transferred over to the Hassan Campbell situation where he was outside the projects barking. Like I said, you can't be a high yellow waffle-colored nigga in a salmon-colored suit barking that early in the morning. Niggas gonna get you touched. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. Then he had and STAR, what you always say, there's always a boy. There's always a boy. And then he over here panning the camera around the hospital. And I thought he had some hoes in there. I thought, you know what I'm saying, if I get shot, I'm going to have some hoes in the room comforting me. I ain't going to have another nondescript nigga laid up there.
Well, listen, I can't, hate on that his homie or whoever that guy is, came with him to the hospital. But the theory, it's just a theory, because, again, did you see the lyrics that Bambaataa posted on November the 14th on Facebook? Did you see them?
Absolutely, but I'm gonna look at it.
Am I reaching? Hang on. Am I reaching, or is Bambaataa had enough? Had enough of Star, Poppy, Layla Wills, all these niggas. The goddamn hip hop museum has turned out to be a quagmire. He was in the Yankee Stadium. Has Bam Dusty said enough is enough?
I think he said it, but he didn't say it with his chest. If he would have said it with his chest, he would have, I know it was a lyric, but he would remove the extra R to let niggas know exactly, unequivocally who he was talking about. But he left that R because real niggas know you don't spell your name with 2 R's. That's all I'm saying.
I think he added the R to cause confusion. I'm talking about it. The name is Star. Whether you add a R or take a R away, has Bambaataa had enough of every fucking body? That's the question now.
Absolutely. I mean, come on, man. Y'all done stopped his 50th anniversary hip-hop bag. He can't really go outside for real. You know, he's probably out here eating oodles and noodles this year. He thought he was going to get the bag in 2023. Right. Niggas done stopped it. Vacations had to get halted. Payment cards couldn't get caught. Yeah, nigga, it's holiday season. We ended the year, niggas is broke.
He's having a tough time flying boys in. Enough with y'all niggas. Somebody touch that little goofy high yelling nigga with the fucking bags on his eyes. Touch that nigga. Anyway, hey man, what's going on with your latest video, Florida Boy J, on your channel, please?
Yeah, like I said, man, we talked about the Bam situation. I mean, not Bam. We talked about the Hassan Campbell situation. We also spoke about the Diddy situation and everything he has going on. It was a very good episode. It almost went 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, it almost went 3. And I sent you a picture for the community section. So when we go ahead and post the episode, you can go in the community section, troll babies, go in there and eat. I left a good meal for you for Thanksgiving. And run the comments up. I appreciate it, Star. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Salute. Okay. Florida Boy J tapping in. Guys, in my community section, just look at what Bambaataa posted on his Facebook page. Again, November the 14th. These are Lauryn Hill's lyrics from Lost Ones. Now, don't you understand, man, universal law, ? What you throw out comes back to you, Star. Never underestimate those who you scar, because karma comes back to you hard. And then you got Baby B.O. who just pops up, sometime after that. Hang on a second. Let me pull up the dates here. What day did he get shot? Wasn't that on a Sunday morning? Okay, so Poppy, you guys call him Hassan Campbell. Poppy got shot on November the 19th. Technically in the morning, which was Saturday night, which was the 18th. Bam Dusky posted his, sub on the 14th. I'm not laughing, on the 14th. Anybody from the BX want to call in and say, yeah, man, fuck y'all niggas, man. Zulu Nation for life. Y'all niggas fucked up the bag. Sean, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, sir. He says, Star from SAJ and Alias Pro Studios. Great show. Thank you, man. Salute to you, Sean. Thank you, man. Okay. PK4. Pardon me, P4K. P4K. Boss nigga, stay on the run. Salute, Star. You a legend. So I'm not on the run. I have a legitimate buyer for this home here in Stone Harbor. I paid an arm and a leg for this motherfucker in 2004. I thought it was going to be like a family compound. I couldn't get nobody to move down here, but I just, I don't want to die in Jersey, It's too big for me. I'm not trying to stunt, but I want to head to a warmer climate. And honestly, North Carolina, for some strange reason, has been agreeing with me. I haven't been to Durham since the early 70s. But I spent 3 summers on Kent Street, and it's like a feeling of home. That's where my father was from, and I got family. And, the whole story. Maybe I should take a trip to Durham before I find that place that I'm looking for along the Crystal Coast. But thank you for your donations, okay? Hang on a second. Okay. Okay. Left-handed tapping, and he says, star Angel Reese is being coddled. Out of all the videos she's in, none of them are on her. Pardon me. None of them are of her in the gym. Okay. Should she be in the gym on, what do you mean, on her, I'm confused, on her IG page, or is she supposed to not stunt? She's young. It's time to stunt. I'm sorry, it's time to stunt, you know? Let me go back to the phone lines here. Area code 562. Good afternoon. Doing a research show, and I have a theory that Bambaataa has had enough. Are you up to speed? 562. Yes, no, maybe? Got to get out of here. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, my bad.
Come on, man. You're killing me. Come on, let's go. What's cracking?
Yeah, I was calling about the Angel Reese thing.
Okay.
I don't think, a 2.0 grade point average is still enough to be eligible. 1.9 drops you below the seat. But as long as you hold a seat, you can still play.
Okay.
And eligibility, and, people who go into the league when they're in college, class, you might have 8 PE classes. You're not worried about the, you know what I mean? Because you're about to leave. The school don't care either. So I don't think it's not an issue with her GPA. I think something internally happened. Whether she might have got smart with somebody, said something she wasn't supposed to say. Probably supposed to show up at practice at a time and didn't do it. Flying around being jiggy. But that's something internal. That ain't got nothing to do with the grades. They just saying that grade shit to throw you off the real scent. But
now hang on a second, because again, I don't know the details. I'm asking to be educated. Is she having some issue with another player on the team? Because I did hear the coach say she has to protect the team. Yes, no? I mean, just asking.
It could be. She's not the only high profile player on that team. Right. It's another young lady, I forgot her name, but she's pretty tight too. So, it's something internal that's going on, though, and it's nothing to do with those grades. That's something they just throwing out to pull you away from the real issue. So she might have stolen somebody, ain't no telling.
Is she being too black, too strong? Yeah.
I don't know all about all that, but she might be being too jiggy. She got a $1.5 million NIL deal, and you got $1.5 million off to somebody that's 19, 20 years old. I don't really know what you expect. You can't expect them to show up on time the next day. I'll tell you that much.
Well, listen,
but, you know what I mean?
I'm just asking. I mean, I don't want to just kick her back in just because, a lot of black women are contentious. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just assume she's doing too much, but the coach is not telling, the public anything. And Angel Reese, for those who don't know, she is a junior forward. Yes, sir? A junior forward?
Yeah, and the coach, the coach been around. That's not the new coach. The coach been coaching for a while. Yeah. And she was a respected coach. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
When she come out and say this, people look at her crazy. That's what I'm saying. It's not about them grades. Something else jumped off at that school. They're not telling, but it's easier to talk about the grades than what the real situation is, in my opinion.
Okay. So you don't buy into the whole too black, too strong thing, and that the respected white coach that you just said probably wanted to break this black girl down, bring her down a few pegs. You don't believe that?
Nah, that goes against what she's getting. The white coach winning off the black girl's back. She needed to play. That helps her legacy. Coming in here, checking her, putting her on the bench and telling her she can't play.
Okay.
Don't help you win games. Gotcha. You know what I mean? So there's something else going on.
Okay. I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Folks, I have a theory that Bambaataa, a.k.a. Bam Dusky, who still has a stronghold in the BX. If you don't know, go to, what is that channel? Hip Hop on Trial in the community section. You'll see some old niggas. Bambaataa, get on down. Bambaataa. It was like a year ago. And has Poppy, a.k.a. Hassan Campbell, has he gone live since the hospital bed thing? I watched a little bit of it, If he starts that crying and stuff, I gotta turn or tune elsewhere. Hang on a second. Oh. Is this who I think it is? Somebody says R.I.P. Star. Is that really you? Let me see, just to make sure somebody's not trolling, because people do take other people's names. Yeah. Is Bambaataa coming for Star next? Oh, take a picture. I already know what this is. And truthfully, let me say this before I go back to the phones and to Cash App and Super Chat. Oh, that is her. I was just about to send you a picture. So Layla Wills says R.I.P. Star. Thank you, Layla. Layla, are you okay? Layla Wills, respected journalist. Again, not just from Chicago, but from New York. Well-known, highly respected, huh? Kicking up all that dust with the museum. Layla, do you want to call in? Just let me know. If not, don't worry about it. Has Bambaataa had enough of everybody? All done fucked up the bag. I got gout in my knees now. I got cataracts, glaucoma, my teeth are falling out, and y'all done fucked up the bag. Touch that little nigga. He may have said that within that time frame that Poppy, a.k.a. Hassan, was down there doing the most. He may have said, hey, man, just touch him. Don't kill him. Just touch him, okay? D-Rich got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Angel Reese might be pregnant by her boyfriend. Oh, I didn't think about that. Whoa! D-Rich, salute to you, sir. Maybe they're giving her time to either get an abortion or to keep it. Maybe she's going to be pee-popping on the gram. I don't know. Hold on a second. Happily married. I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Oh, this is what I want to see. Niggas now talking about, y'all better be careful. Bambaataa on the warpath. Okay, happily married says, be careful going back to Durham. Them niggas who ran you out of the park for talking proper might be lurking. What was that, 1972? Yeah. Beautiful memories of Durham, North Carolina. Kent Street is where I spent a few summers. RC from the 315 got your donation. Phenomenal work on your last broadcast, Star. Imagine going into the projects looking for trouble and you find it times 10. Well, again, I'm not going to clown Hassan Campbell for, being on this journey of, I want to choose my words carefully. He's on a therapeutic journey, I guess. He spoke up. He gave so much light and a shot in the arm to this story, And Zulu Nation released a statement and apologized for those who don't know. Zulu Nation ain't suing nobody. If anybody tells you, they suing people, holler at me. Every person who I interviewed, I not only have audio recordings of them behind the scenes, which I always keep for legal reasons, emails and everything. Zulu Nation ain't suing no goddamn body, but thank you for your donation, all right? Let's go back to the phone lines here. I feel like talking. It's Thanksgiving Eve, okay? And I spoke to this person. Hold on. Thank you for your patience. Now let's go to area code 954. It's Wednesday. Are you there? 954.
Hey, what's happening, Star?
Hey, how are you, man? It's cracking.
Good, very, very good. Pretty much. I was born in '87. I don't know much about Bambaataa.
Okay.
Don't
worry about it.
I do know hip hop. Nelson Digital here. Nice to finally get on the air here.
Okay.
But I just caught you on the live. What's really the show running? What's happening?
Say again, sir?
What would you like to talk about right now? I didn't really get a glimpse at the topics.
Are you dyslexic or are you just stupid? Which one is it? It's on the fucking screen.
Probably both.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir. Have a good day. Thank you. It's that easy. I ain't mad at you. But we have to fight a war. We're fighting a war right now. If you can't read, hey, I can't do nothing for you. This is Star Report, goddamn. I need you folks to go into that community section and read. Just read what Bambaataa posted on the 14th. Is this nigga or some nigga's gonna try and pull up on me? I mean, I'm ready. Don't get it twisted, but he says on the 14th, November the 14th, 10:07 a.m. Don't you understand, man? Universal law. What you throw out come back to you, Star. Never underestimate those you scar, because karma come back to you hard. I think he's talking to a few people. You know, the bag has been slowed down. Oh, shit, there we go. Peace, left-handed, peace.
Peace. What's good with you, man?
Hey, man, before we talk about Angel Reese, I know that's what you called in to educate me on. Bambaataa, is he putting his foot down? Has he had enough? Is he sick and tired of niggas and this all these accusations and allegations?
Well, I mean, you know, I can't speak for Bam or whatever, but, you know, I'm Zulu all day. And, you know, yeah, absolutely. And dare anybody that comes to say something, you can talk on the phone and internet all day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's like, you know, Bam, he probably, you know, now it's his turn to speak to some things.
Right.
I'm not defending him. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
I'm not defending him by any stretch of the imagination.
Just being objective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Word up. So that's what that is, man. But you know,
come on.
the age. I got a couple of minutes, man. 'Cause I'm on my break. But the Angel Reese situation, man. Like I said, we talked about it on the show last night down in Sports Talk.
Okay.
Yeah, man. In my personal opinion, man, I feel like, you know, it's something, because again, you don't pull, you know, one of your star players and then have everybody in a quandary and have some kind of big mystery about what the reasoning is. And that leads to what you said a long time ago, a lie or
a lie unchallenged can become the truth. The Star and Buckwild show used to say that back in 2001. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, you know, it's left up to everybody to speculate about, you know, she could be pregnant or she could be this, she could be that, she could be the third. But the mothers getting into it is something different, man. When they get into it, man, it's the whole thing. But what I said to you in the text was like, yeah, man, while she was doing the videos and, you know, doing all that fly stuff, which is cool, she deserves it, absolutely. You know, where was the videos of her working out in the gym? Because that's the reason. That's why she got all the accolades in the first place.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So again, when you talk about Kim Mulkey, who's the coach at LSU, you know what I mean? She's stern. She's a tactician. She's not going to say anything. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's none of our business. It's none of our business at the end of the day. So all we're going to do is speculate and guess and and give these hyper scenarios and get everybody's hair on standing on their arms and all that. But I just think that, man, if she was doing what she was supposed to be doing, she would be out there. And I'll leave it at that.
No, stay with me, and I want to respond. You know, when you become a superior athlete and a public figure, and a public figure of sorts, she's doing commercials and she's being compensated and other things. I think to some degree the public has a right to know, because there are many things that go into the university to educate not just the athletes, but the overall, embodiment of the students. So to some degree, correct me if I'm wrong, the public deserves some type of exclamation. Yes, no?
I don't know if the word is deserves or expects. You know what I mean? Because again, everybody's business is their business. Okay. So whatever it is, they're keeping it close to the vest. So I'm not going to jump out the window and say it's 1, 2, or 3. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, her absence from the basketball court speaks volumes. So, you know what I mean? And it's not like she, they don't really, they miss her, but then again, they don't, because they're still doing their numbers. But again, man, I just think that, you get the outside influences involved, then it turns into a whole, the snowball, just turns into an avalanche. And, we don't know what we dealing with.
Yeah.
until after the fact, Star.
Hang on a second. For those who don't know, she was benched in the second half of the game, Southeastern game, pardon me, and the team won a comfortable 109-79 over Kent State. And Angel Reese only scored 11 points and grabbed 5 rebounds in that game. Can the team go on without her? Let's say, hypothetically speaking, and I hate to do hypotheticals, let's say she is pregnant, she's going to keep the baby, and can the team go on without her?
Well, if she's allegedly pregnant, then they're going to have to go on without her. You know, they're going to have to. So that's just what that is. But they have, you know, you're killing me. They have a.
Hang on. Can she?
I got a couple minutes, man.
Can she get an abortion in the state that she resides in? Oh,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. You got to talk to somebody else about that, man. But I got to go, man. I'm going to tap in with you later, though, dog.
Okay, salute.
All right, salute.
Salute to D. Rich. D. Rich sent in the Cash App saying Angel Reese might be pregnant by her boyfriend. Damn, that makes the most sense to me. Has Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless and these other guys, have they put the pregnant possibility on the table? Can she even get an abortion? Hang on a second. Okay, somebody sent me some sweet potato pies, a picture. Oh, let me just respond right quick. That's nice. Guys, today is Thanksgiving Eve. I am so looking forward to Thanksgiving tomorrow. I have a small family, as you know, and I don't plan to do too much, but I celebrate all holidays. I love them. I'm a proud American. Eddie, I got your donation. He says, bullets and bussy. Bullets and bussy. Anybody want to call in and give me an update on Poppy, a.k.a. Hassan Campbell? How's he doing? I saw a little hospital thing. I didn't watch the whole video. I was busy and just said, okay, he's okay. And Poppy, I'm glad you're okay, man. We did a show the other day, and if you give a goddamn, Star wants to know that you're okay. You took a hell of a chance, you know. I hope you have life insurance. I say that respectfully. You have a beautiful family. Get yourself some life insurance, man. Don't just do all that extra shit and then, Zulu niggas catch up with you. Coming up a little later, I want to ask you guys a question. Do you call wifey from the market? Let me repeat that a little bit later. Fellas, do you call wifey from the market? If so, why? Can't you shop on your own? Are you an overgrown adolescent? I'm the ultimate man. You've heard me say this before. Most of the food that I buy is premium food from myself. I know about sales and all sorts of things. I know about bargains. I read everything. I'm looking for certain items that do not have fructose, glucose, and other things. So I don't need a female to, tell me what to buy. But I always see guys, like this in the market being told what to get. Have you become a shell of a man? Do you not know how to shop on your own? Do you call wifey from the market, or does she call you to tell you what to bring home? Okay. Peace, Supreme, got your donation, sir. He says, peace, Star, I'm Zulu all day, every day, and I'll fuck with you heavy. But yes, Bam is tired of you niggas, especially Layla Wills. Layla's a journalist. If you go to her YouTube channel, Layla Wills, you will see the interviews, great research that she did, and you will see people talking. Let's go to area code 312. Good afternoon. I have a theory that Bambaataa touched Hassan Campbell, and I might be next. So you have to speed 312. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes,
Three. Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yeah,
Good afternoon. Yes, sir.
What's up, Star? How you doing today, man?
How are you, sir? Peace.
I'm good. I wanted to talk about the Hassan Campbell situation.
Yes, my nigga Pop. Is he okay? Is he all right? Is the nigga okay?
So from the video I seen, it seemed like that he was good. He was talking about him getting shot. He showed the bullet or whatever, but man, that dude gonna get himself killed down there.
Well, sir, let's not say that we don't wish anything bad upon him, but let's talk about my theory. Do you think Bam Dusky pushed the button? You see, those niggas in Bronx River are very different. That's the origins, you know, for the most part of hip hop culture. So for him to be out there doing that game goofy shit, I'm sure somebody said, "Oh, he's right there." Pow!
No, I agree with you, man. I agree with you because one, the man, he was on live. The man was wilding out. First of all, they throwing bottles at this man and all kind of shit, man. People gonna get.
Sir, can you fix your phone? Fix your phone. I want to hear what you're saying. I want to hear everything you're saying. I got time.
I was saying.
Go ahead.
I was saying people gonna get. It's easy for Bambaataa to get the word that you out there. You out there on live. Motherfuckers throwing glass at you and all kind of shit, man. Come on, man. Like this shit it's getting ridiculous now, man. If he wanted to go full-fledged with the situation, I remember earlier when y'all was doing it with him and Layla Wilson was doing it with him, he should have went full-fledged with the situation, man. You can't what he doing now, man, it's ridiculous, man.
I'm not going to say what he should have done because, again, with me, he never said that was his plan to sue Bambaataa. He's dealing with pain, hurt, and shame. And again, I salute him. I mean, I'm going to do what I do here, and we are going to have fun this afternoon and be a little silly. But I can't say that he ever, said that. I mean, again, that was a point where he and Layla Wills were talking, and he considered suing Bambaataa. But going to Bronx River is something else now. Are you from the New York Tri-State area at all, sir?
No, I'm actually from Chicago.
Oh, okay. Okay. South Side?
I'm from Chicago,
South
man.
Side, where you from, sir?
Yeah, South Side. I'm from Roseland, 107 Eggleston.
Okay.
Yep, man. I enjoy your show too, man. Thanks. And let me touch on the Angela Reese situation.
Please.
I want to say one thing about that. First of all, if you look at the games that she played, she actually played pretty good.
Okay.
I think right now, I don't think she really focused on the school part of it, man. I think once you pay them kids all that money, man, it's their head goes somewhere else. You're giving these 17, 18-year-old kids millions of dollars, man. It's crazy. It's getting crazy. So I do think that maybe she's not as focused on the game as she was, and
right.
I do think maybe she should just take that step to the WNBA.
Yeah. I think she's pregnant.
Oh, yeah, I could see that happening too, man. I could see that happening too.
Sir, she's getting hang on. She's getting the bag. Her and her boyfriend probably on some perk 10s. I'm not gonna say perk 30s. Some perk 10. Hey man, hang on. They're on the perk 10s, sipping that white Hennessy, huh? Shit got the grooving, and pow. Oh shit. Now what?
Hey man. Hey, all I'm gonna say is, man, you need to be stopped, man. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for answering my call.
Salute.
And I love being on here with you, man.
Salute, man. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
I think D. Rich may have solved this particular situation. D. Rich, you want to call in, my nigga? Good God Almighty. Can somebody go to the boyfriend's IG page? What is that nigga talking about? Who is he? I don't know. That nigga might be saying something. New York nigga tapping in. Hold on a second. Come outside, nigga. Where the shooter's at. I will throw your mom down the stairs, throw another bottle, and I'll stab you to death. That's what he said. That's what Baby B.O. said. That's what he said. Now, the reason why I'm saying Baby B.O. and Poppy is because he still is very well known in Bronx River. I would say they knew him more as Poppy and Baby B.O. than you guys know him as Hassan Campbell. Again, when I broke this story back in 2016 and I'm calling and I'm speaking to TC Islam, R.I.P., and other people, peace to Saladin, peace to Powwow, Smitty, Ike C. We're talking. We're talking and we're having good conversations. There was no tough guy shit, no aggression. They're like, yo, Ali Kwan, come on, man. This was a heartbreaking story. Never had no issues with Zulu Nation. Again, for those who really, really pay attention, Ice-T and I had some words, but it didn't spread to Zulu Nation. I had to make calls. I had to confirm things. Before I even released the first interview with the politician. I had to do research. Baby B.O. Now, B.O., I'm not going to get into his legacy, but you know, Poppy and a host of others lived in the vapor trails of B.O. from Zulu Nation. I'm just asking the question, you know. Well, actually, I'm putting a theory on the table that Bam Dusky sent him a message. He's from that old era, you know. Oh, that's you? Say word. Anybody from that era? Say word. That's right there. Then they start taking shit off. Yo, put your dick beaters up. Now, of course, you know, Bam can't do that now, but that's how they used to give it up, right? Right on the basketball court, in the courtyard, and all that old extra shit. Guys, please check out my sponsors as well. www.hudsontubs.com. I say again, www.hudsontubs.com for any type of restoration on your family treasures, or if you are a couple or just a person who you collect antiques. Restoration and reglazing. hudsontubs.com, okay? Tony Touch got your donation. Bambaataa sends Hassan Campbell a message saying, let's get back together. Here's a shot in your shoulder. It could have been worse, little nigga. It could have been worse. This is just a warning. Don't you ever come through Bronx River again talking spicy. You know me. Okay, we're going someplace else right now. Let me slow down. Sir Shai, got your donation. Thoughts on Bambaataa in Beat Street? Star, were you there? No, I wasn't there. No. Bambaataa was God in those days, sir. You know, there's so much going on. Just give me a second. Hey, Carla, I got your donation. Hey, Star, peace and blessings. Thank you, Carla. Peace and blessings to you. I appreciate your support. Whoa, D. Rich said I'm on the line. D. Rich, are you the man who solved the Angel Reese situation?
Hey, what's going on, Star?
What's up, man? Good to hear from you. What's cracking? Let's talk about it.
Yeah. First of all, I want to give a shout out to my community because I have an Instagram and TikTok where I talk about.
Well, D. Rich, you know we don't do shout outs. That's the only thing I can't let you do, man. I
oh yeah, for sure. Okay.
But come on.
Okay, yeah. But somebody pointed out the case that her and her boyfriend Cam Fletcher. Now he went to Kentucky first, a 4-star recruit.
Okay. He's
at Florida State right now. I believe he transferred, but over the summer they were together a lot. You know, traveling the world. You know, living it up with her bag.
Right.
You know, and she's Angel Reese is actually the only woman in the top 10 of players with NIL money, $1.7 million.
Okay.
You know, so. I'm not going to come on here and say that maybe she got big head and, you know, give a black woman some money, you know, to get a little bougie, eyelashes, the top weave. But I think it could be the pregnant thing because her and her boyfriend were together a lot. So I think that's a good one to go with.
Listen, hold on a second. I like that angle. Hold on a second. Abortion in Louisiana is mostly illegal as of August the 1st, 2022. It's illegal. And that's where LSU is,
Man.
yes? That's where LSU is.
Yep, Louisiana State.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I want to come on here and tell her to get rid of it, but she got a decision to make. She got a decision to make. But the thing about Angel Reese is people saying she should go to the WNBA. She will be taking a pay cut by going to the WNBA.
Right.
You know, she makes more money right now than more players in the WNBA. She's one of those people, she can become a rapper or a model or anything outside of the game of basketball. She does not need the game of basketball anymore.
Right.
Definitely with women getting paid what they're getting paid in WNBA. So, I mean, she got a decision to make.
Who is her manager, or does one of her parents quarterback her career? I know nothing about Angel Reese. Do you?
Yeah, I don't know who's backing her. I don't know if she has an agency or whatever, but all I know is she's popping, man. She's popping. And the other player on her team is Flaw J. Johnson. She actually raps. If you look her up on YouTube, she raps. She had a father of Atlanta that got killed tragically a long time ago, and he was a hot rapper. But she's popping, too. She got millions of followers also, so.
Stay with me for a second. Stay with me because, D. Rich, you brought this up, and I want to give you all the credit. If you want to send me a banner, we'll put your banner at the end of the rebroadcast. But now, if she is pregnant, and this is just a hypothetical, if she is pregnant and she keeps the baby, does she become a bigger star? Bigger star.
Oh, man, you know, in the social media area, she she can make the baby an Instagram page and get the baby popping.
Right.
You know,
Papa don't preach, keeping my baby. I'm out there, folks. Sorry, just gotta say.
Her and her boyfriend are already popping on TikTok, Instagram. They make all these cute videos. They're already one of those couples.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not gonna say this could be a money play, but they can look at it like that also. You know, hey, it'd be one of those things.
Shit. Wow. Hey, man, I appreciate your support and thank you for the theory. I'm going to make sure I give you the credit here. Are you on Instagram? Go ahead. Mention your platform. Just don't do shout-outs. Go ahead. Mention it.
Yeah. My platform is D-Rich TV. On Instagram, that's D-R-I-C-H TV, straight like that. Okay. And on TikTok. So, D-Rich TV.
Send me a banner when you get time, man, and we'll get you in the community section, all right?
All right, for sure. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
D. Rich, is Angel Reese pregnant? I mean, it makes sense to me. You know, abortion is illegal in Louisiana. Hang on, guys. I'm sipping some nice wine. I want to be silly. Papa, I know you're going to be upset because I was always your little girl, but you should know by now I'm not a baby. You always taught me right from wrong. I need your help. Daddy, please be strong. This is Madonna for those who don't know. I may be young at heart, but I know what I'm saying. The one you wanted me, what? The one you warned me all about, okay. The one you said I could do without. We're in an awful mess, and I don't mean maybe, please. You couldn't tell a bitch nothing when this song came out. Papa Don't Preach. What year was that? Oh, 86. I was slinging coke dick in 80. In 86. I couldn't get nobody pregnant. Area code 978. Africa Bambaataa sends message to Hassan Campbell and STAR. You up to speed. 978.
You're.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
STAR, what's good, man? How you doing, brother? This is STAR, man.
Sir, do you want me to just hang up on you because you already know I don't play the brother game? Do you want me to hang up on you? I'll get you out of here.
No. Let me just keep this up.
Go ahead.
I'm from Bronxville.
Oh.
All right.
Pull over. Sir, pull over. Your phone sounds great. I want to hear you. Roll the windows up. Take off the speakerphone. I need you right now. Come on.
I'm from Bronxville. All right. Let me just tell you the deal. We got to acknowledge both contributions, what Bam gave and what Poppy gave. First of all, Poppy came out as a man and now told the world that, hey, what happened in Bronx River with one of the founding fathers. Acknowledge that. Yeah. The pain that the brother's going through, acknowledge that. Pain and suffering, let's acknowledge that.
Right.
We got men and women all over the world who have been through the situation. And just because this young brother is out there making it vocal, you know, and in the ways maybe good and bad, we all can acknowledge that he's in some pain. Zulu Nation, one of the best things in hip-hop. Bambaataa's contributions, bringing all the gangs together during this time space.
Sir, your phone sounds a little distorted. Are you on a speakerphone? I'm here. Everything you're saying what's going on with your phone, please?
No, not on speakerphone. Not on a speakerphone, Star.
Okay,
but I do say this.
Just pull back a little bit. Just pull back so it's not distorted. You're born and raised in Bronx River. How old are you, sir? How old are you?
53.
Okay. Do you know Born Love from Bronx River? Born Love broke the whole shit down back in 2016 when I broke the story. Born Love?
I'm not familiar with Born Love, to be very honest.
Okay.
I was gone at that time.
Okay, come on.
Okay? But I do say this. Bronx River knows Bambaataa for his contributions.
Right.
And to hip-hop worldwide. Very proud of what he put down.
Right.
But you also got to acknowledge what he did wrong as well. And those who grew up during that time, 70s and 80s, even the 90s, those know that he did wrong. And that's it. We're proud of Zulu Nation. We're proud of the fact that the contributions that he made to hip-hop and bringing gangs together and everything else. But let's be real. He caused pain. Mm-hmm. So it's both sides of that coin that they're trying to play for the favor at this matter at this time. That's all I have to say about it.
Stay with me. Stay with
appreciate
me.
Your time.
No. Stay with me. I can appreciate everything you've just said. You know, the reason why many people became upset, and I'm talking about people in the New York tri-state area, and you know, they had every right to be, was that Bambaataa was not acknowledging the stories and the pain. He went and sat down with Lisa Evers, who I have a lot of respect for. He called in and spoke to Ed Lover and Moni Love, but he did not, you know, talk to the people, so to speak. He didn't, you know, he didn't feel the need to address some of the other people, especially on social media, because we are a social media driven society now. And people felt hurt and shunned, as you just pointed out. And we have a clusterfuck of sorts. I'm the person who coined the term saying the Zulu Nation or Africa Bambaataa debacle, because it's sad, it's tragic. Do you know Poppy, a.k.a. Baby B.O., a.k.a. Hassan Campbell? Do you know him?
I do. Okay. I know him. We grew up in these two buildings down, a couple buildings down from me, on the corner near the highway and everything else. The truth is, did we hang out together and like that? I'm a few years older than him. But, you know, everybody, you know, got to the center, who played ball, was doing, you know, Wolf Fox and everything else, karate classes and things. You know, he came down from time to time, but when he said he was getting the cracking and all that, I was gone at that time. But I do know the brother, and, you know, the brother's going through something. He's going through something that scarred him for such a period of time that, you know, it had to be tragic. You know, a lot of people I see say it's for clout. That's a lot of clout to be chasing for your manhood, you know? Right. That's questioning the public.
Right. His story touched so many people because he was so open with it. Now, over the years, people feel differently about the way he expresses himself, but I can never clown his pain. I'm one of the fathers of trolling, so I'm always going to be Star, and, you know, shit's going to sound a little off from time to time, but, you know, I just want him to be safe, man, and that was a really, really bad situation he put himself in. So let me ask you before you go, without incriminating anybody, do you think that somebody may have touched him on behalf of Africa Bambaataa? You're standing out there for roughly 30 minutes, and a phone call could have been made within 8 minutes. Yo, bam, Poppy out here, baby B.O. You know?
I can't say that. I can't put that on no man, you know, and how they maneuver like that. I can't say Bam could have done that. You know, I just couldn't say that. So,
I'm not saying he ordered it. No. I'm not saying he ordered it. But I mean, it could have been, I mean, ultimately.
On behalf. I just think some people in the projects is maybe a little bit bothered by some of the rhetoric that Poppy has put out on behalf of the projects. Yeah. Because not everyone in the projects was touched by Bam.
Right. Yeah.
So I can say to that.
And one more thing before you go, because I appreciate you, taking the time here. You're 50 what? 50?
53.
53. I'm 59. Bambaataa's older than me. There's so many things on social media that we as older people, we laugh at, you know? And I would never respond to some goofy niggas, but if I ever see you, or if somebody ever calls me and says, yo, Star, that nigga who was talking greasy, he's right here. Oh, my goodness. I'm the type of nigga that would say, well, listen, I'm not saying you should do anything, but, you know, you might get a $2,500 cash app if something were to happen to that person.
As they say, the streets is watching.
Huh?
As they say, the streets is watching. Yeah. You know, that could be put out.
Yeah.
You know, but
I'm not ordering anything, but you know, you might get a Christmas, donation. Hey man, I appreciate the call. Salute.
Have a good one.
Yes,
Take care.
Okay. Bronx River nigga tapping in. Folks, there's many projects throughout the New York tri-state area, and many of them are gully, as we used to say, dangerous. But Bronx River stands out, At one point in time during the late 70s, the 80s, I would even say the mid-70s, it was a place that was developing a unique history. And the culture, in case you don't know, was youth-driven. Youth-driven. We're talking about preteens and teens. They didn't necessarily need to be in tune with what their parents were listening to, although they appreciated Earth, Wind, and Fire, Slave, the Ohio Players, Cameo, Confunction, LTD, and a host of others. They appreciated that. But we got this new shit. Oh my God, Busy B, Kumo D. You're talking about a place that has so much unique history, its origins. So a lot of those people are always going to hold that dear to them. No matter what you get up on YouTube and say, we don't give a fuck what you say up on Instagram. You come around here with that bullshit, and I got 3 slugs in this motherfucking revolver. Pow! 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 Poppy, where is the rest of the footage? We want to see everything. He's editing videos, right? Somebody said Curtis Blow. Talk about it, old nigga. Yeah. Flash and all them niggas, man. Oh, Bronx River was the place. You damn near had to come there and just, damn near had to kiss the ring of Bambaataa. Huh? Rock to the planet rock. Here you come, little nigga, Sunday morning. Look like you're on something. Talking crazy. Man, hold this motherfucking slug in your shoulder. That's how it goes down sometimes. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, wait a minute. Somebody's sending me a donation. Okay. Thank you, young lady. She says, Star, I just want to say I appreciate you. Oh, okay. There's no message but that. Thank you, darling. 1 second. Okay. Hey, Penelope, thank you for tapping in, okay? Okay, wait a minute. Do you want to call in? I can't look at this right now. Something about another lawsuit. Is this against Diddy? Oh, no, this isn't on Diddy. Who is this one on? Wait a minute. Oh, no. Harv Pierre, bad boy. Damn. What is Harv being charged of? Okay, do you want to call in? If not, I got to get back to the show. Guys, there's my PayPal information on the screen if you want to make a donation and you don't use Cash App, okay? Also, at the top of the live chat, for the next, till the end of this month, November, you can have half off of a 30-day promo package if you use PayPal. Half off, okay? Some of you have been getting a response from my alleged daughter about 30-day promo prices. If you purchase a promo package via PayPal, at the top of the live chat, it's half off, okay? Let's go to area code 213. Good afternoon. I have a theory. I'm exploring. Are you up to speed? Area code 213. Yes, no, maybe. Give this person a second. I'm on speakerphone. I'm on mute or some old crazy shit.
How you doing, Star?
Hey. Are you there? Are you trolling? Are you talking? Okay, that person don't want to talk about nothing. You just want to call in and you want to hear my voice. You're into me. Area code 413. Good afternoon. Thanksgiving Eve.
Yo.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Good afternoon, wherever you may be.
What up? What up, Star? What's going on? It's Pan. I'm just over here marinating my turkey, getting things right for tomorrow.
As you should be, man. I have a theory, Pan. I have no firsthand knowledge. Did you see in my community section, Bambaataa using Lauryn Hill lyrics, talking about karma and the name Star?
Yeah, he coming for you.
Yeah, I think so.
Yo, that he taking shots. Bam said enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
And
yeah,
enough is enough. Like
it's enough.
He touched Poppy. Come on, we know he touched Poppy. He pushed the button.
Yeah.
And Star, you the homie, rightfully so.
Right.
You might be next.
I might be next.
Get your ass down in North Carolina as fast as you can,
right?
And stock up on the ammunition because Bam is coming in 2024.
Yeah,
Bam is coming.
Bam is coming.
Bam is coming. Bam is coming.
I hate to say this, but Layla Wills might take a sip of a Snapple and fall over.
Yo, I think this has reached the tipping point for Bam.
Yeah,
this has reached the tipping point for Bam. Bam said enough is enough. Like
enough.
I think he's going to be more vocal in towards the fourth quarter of 2023 and 2024. He's going to start using social media to his advantage and start releasing some statements because Poppy went all in Sunday.
Yeah.
He took it to the forefront. You know what I mean? And that was gully. That was and rightfully so. Bam has to defend himself. He has to release a statement. And he did prior to it, but I think
is Poppy okay? I haven't been to his channel in the last 24 hours. Has he gone live? What's going on with him? I know he's showing the gauze and all that sort of jazz. What's going on?
Yeah. I don't think he's gone live. The last post he posted was the one you saw of him showing the wound and then you know what I mean and showing but he's okay, man. He's okay. Yeah. He's breathing. He's sitting up in a chair eating some cornflakes. He's straight. Ain't nothing wrong with him.
Well, sir, make no mistake. I'm here for the bullshit. It's Thanksgiving Eve. I need to know what's going on. But now, the Lauryn Hill lyrics that Bambaataa used, that's a sub or is that a shot? I mean, I want to go back to this for a second because when somebody sent that to me at first, I said, huh? I didn't remember the Lauryn Hill lyrics. And then I said, oh, shit, this Bam is, you know, he's clapping back. And then Deeds says, she said to me, that's a Lauryn Hill track.
It's a Lauryn Hill track, but to take out those exact lyrics,
right,
and point out Star,
right,
when everybody knows you're the person who brought this to the forefront, that is a direct shot to you.
Yeah.
That is a direct shot to you. Because I mean, he could have. There are tons of lyrics out there that artists say Poppy this and that, and he could have took a lyric directed towards Poppy, but to have that come out and have Star in it, man, get your ass to North Carolina ASAP.
Well, I have to say this, you know, anybody who knows me knows that I want whatever's coming to me. I don't run from nothing. But with regards to where we are now, and you know, him not being involved in the hip hop 50th anniversary celebration, people who were on stage talking to Mayor Adams months ago, you could tell they were censored. And someone said, I know I'm not supposed to mention Bambaataa. Yeah, I think that was Flash. I forget who. He has reached a point, I would say, where, hey, you know, you're stopping me from eating. Yes, no?
Yeah. I mean, the bag has been cut short for Bam. You know, he wasn't invited to any of the 50th hip hop anniversaries,
right,
which was a slap in the face. You know what I mean? When he was one of when he was one of the creators of this culture, and for him not to be invited to any of the events, especially the one at Yankee Stadium, dude was hurt. He was hurt. Hurt. You know what I mean? But here's another take. We have seen tons of. This is what I would like to see.
Come on.
We have seen tons of videos done on previous cases of sexual assault. You know, with R. Kelly and with other artists, with what's the name of the guy who the white guy, Harvey Weinstein.
Right.
Somebody needs to do something about Africa Bambaataa. Put it on Pride. Put it on Hulu.
Well, hang on, because you know Layla Wills, she did extensive work, you know, but and she can only explain it, you know, with regards to why the reception wasn't there. I mean, I can only, you know, give you a brief description. The response wasn't there, or the support for young black males. It just wasn't there. She wasn't even in seek of a bag. When she first came to me, it was like a mission of passion. She never said anything. I don't know how far you go back, but I was the one saying to her, listen, you should do a Kickstarter or something like that. And she said, nah, that's not really what I'm focused on. So she was never in seek of a bag, but she could not get, you know, a company like you just said to bite. It just wasn't there. Go ahead.
I mean, do it herself. Put it on the YouTube platform.
She did. She did on Layla Wills.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. Because I mean, at this point right now, with this is gaining national attention, and you know, Africa Bambaataa. I don't know if it has received worldwide attention. I don't know if the European fans are aware of Bambaataa's habits and misdoings and wrongdoings, but this is definitely something hot in the hip hop culture and entertainment culture in the USA, and it needs to be brought to the forefront. You know what I mean? Okay. Like I said the other day, we don't know Poppy's trauma, but in anybody that went through what Poppy went through from the hands of Africa Bambaataa, it was wrong, and he's a sick dude, and it's unfortunate, man. It's sad that the one of the creators of hip hop has got this over his head. But hey, that's life, man. Enjoy your time with whoever you're gonna be with tomorrow, man.
Thank you,
Drink,
Panna.
smoke, shoot. Yeah, take it easy.
Thank you, man. Salute. Guys, on the screen, another one of my sponsors, ADS. Go there if you're looking to promote your platform. This is a very, very good platform. You can use this in conjunction with the STAR Report, okay, if you're looking to find out about analytics, algorithms, and the right approach. If you have a concept that you're trying to develop and you want to do what we used to call a market test. this is a good platform. Tell them I sent you. www.adads.com, okay? Hold on a second, guys. Oh, there he is. Nug, do you want to call in, sir? Nug says, sitting in a closing for a client, or I will call in. Okay, but wanted to say I will do the sponsorship for December. Okay, and we'll get, okay, salute to you, Nug. And Nug, listen, man, you can always just shoot me an email. Hold on a second. I know we posted one of his latest videos. What a really good guy, Nug, okay? His podcast is called That's My Take. Let me put that in the live chat just to make sure you guys check out Nug. Hold on a second. His new video, his latest video, pardon me, and he's been having some really good success. Coach Prime and Buffs lose again. Okay. Let me put that in my live chat. Salute to you, Nug. Thank you for tapping in, man. And good luck on the closing, okay? That's the link right there, guys. And as always, when you go to one of my sponsors, just tell them, say, hey, Star sent me over here, okay? That means a lot, right? Hey, Sherry. Okay, you're a supporter of Layla Wills. Yes, Layla Wills is doing the damn thing, you know? I can't even say enough for what she has brought to the table with regards to the story, you know, after I started interviewing people. And nobody was looking for a bag. The goddamn story itself hit me so hard. I've said this before. I had very little to no experience with males that were molested. And then when Zulu Nation apologized, they released a statement. His organization. It changed me, you know, I'll just say that. But thank you for your donation, young lady, okay? Let me go to area code 209 on a Wednesday. I think I know that number. Are you there? 209? Thanksgiving Eve? Yes, no, maybe? Discussing my theory. If not, I have to go. In 5.
Star?
Hey. Are you there? Are you ready? 209. If not, I have to go. Okay. Somebody just wanted to hear my voice. I'm in demand. What can I say? Somebody checking in from Pennsylvania. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I messed that up. Give me a second. It's me. I'm doing too much. 267. Are you there? Good afternoon. Good evening. Wherever you may be. 267.
What's going on, sir?
How are you, man? I have a theory I'm exploring. What do you think? You up to speed?
No, I just tuned in talking about the boy Hassan Campbell. I'm just calling to say that's what that dickhead get.
Well, there's a little bit more here. In my community section, there is a link to Africa Bambaataa's post on November the 14th. He's what appears to be taking a direct shot at me. Pow! And then days later, Poppy, a.k.a. Baby B.O., gets touched. What do you think? You think there's any connecting the dots, or I'm out there?
Man, I don't know if it's necessarily, connected to the board, but, he been niggas in there.
So you have to be careful. So you have to be careful with the sensitivity of the content. Please. Continue. I'll hear what you got to say. Continue.
Yeah, but like I was saying, like he been beating people on his live stream. You watch his channel, whatever. Like a couple people from out there say he can't come back there. So I don't really know what's going on though. But I don't like how you put that video out. Like that shit was corny.
Yeah, he's doing some editing, and I'm like, well, where is the footage of you getting clapped? I mean, we want the bullshit. Yes, we want the bullshit.
Yeah, we don't know if he shot himself or what happened. Like,
well, it would be kind of hard to shoot yourself in the shoulder, you know.
No, you can shoot yourself anywhere, bro.
Okay.
You can shoot yourself anywhere.
And he did go on a tirade.
But my thing, look,
hang on. He did go on a tirade saying
when
that Five God shot himself.
In the car.
I'm sorry, good.
Look, when you watch the video when he in the car, right? But they say he got hit in the shoulder. Right. Like, that's what you see in the hospital.
Right.
Like, it's no, in the video in the car, you see that same shoulder, the right shoulder. It's no blood or nothing on that joint. And he got like a little white. There's no blood at all.
Okay.
If you go look at the sleeve on his right shoulder, you can see that on the camera when he's in the car. Like, I don't see no blood or no nothing. I don't know, man. The whole situation weird though, man. But if he really did get shot, man, that's what he get, man. Doing dickhead shit out there, man. But I'm about to get off of this joint.
Thank you,
bro.
man.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Is that now a thing where people are saying he didn't get shot because there's no blood in his shoulder? Can someone educate me, please? Benny, I got your donation. Star, will you be doing a trollathon soon? Yeah. You know, I want to do something tomorrow. To be honest with you, I want to get really, really saucy and talk a little crazy. Let me get some rest tonight. See how things work out. Thank you for your donation. Speaking of saucy, oh my goodness, does anybody know how many streams Saucy Santana sold in a 10-day period? Was it 8,000? Damn. Did academics win the war? I mean, Saucy was winning the battle from what I could see. And then Saucy Santana dropped a diss track. And I saw something that said he only sold 8,000 streams. That hit or miss is nothing. Okay. Sam from Uniondale, you can tap in if you want, man, to talk sports. If you want Sam, okay? Okay, someone is sending me something here about Axl Rose. Sir, I was never into Guns N' Roses. You know, Slash was a sloppy guitar player to me. I actually liked Buckethead better than Slash. For those who know Guns N' Roses. But, okay, he's been accused of sexual assault in a new lawsuit. Okay, thank you for your donation. Let's go back to the phone lines here. I got somebody from 917. New York Tri-State, are you there? 917, Thanksgiving Eve. 917.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
Hello, you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you? It's cracking.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm actually from the Soundview section of the Bronx.
Really?
And I get my haircuts over there, across the street from Bronx River.
Come on.
There's a rumor going around that, there was a girl that actually shot him. She came out. Yeah, there's a rumor going around that it was a chick.
So just don't say her name, but listen, I'm with the bullshit. Give us the tea. So a female clapped him, and maybe that's why there's no video footage? What's she clap him for? What's the rumor?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because my man Aunt got the barbershop on Bronx River. So,
Sir, please don't snitch on Aunt. Please don't snitch on Aunt. Go ahead. Take it easy.
Yeah, so, it's the barbershop talk. And it's crazy that he even went out there on a Sunday.
Right.
Because, the shit is live. I get my haircuts over there by like 11:30.
Okay.
12 o'clock in the afternoon. And, the shit, everybody's out there drinking fucking 40s and shit. Like, it's still...
Sir, you have to watch the profanity. You can't just, do it like that. Take it easy.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Take it easy. Come on.
My bad.
Take it easy. Come on.
Yeah, so that's what, there's a little rumor going around. I'm saying that it was just somebody that had enough of him yelling in the street. And it was a female. That's the rumor. I can't, I don't know. Okay. I'm out there once a week. I get my hair cut once a week.
Right.
It's what, I can't confirm it. I'm from Soundview. I'm from the other side. I'm from the Boondocks.
Okay. How old are you, sir? What is your generation?
Oh man, I'm 46. As a matter of fact, I had a few run-ins with Hassan Campbell when we were teenagers because he was a weird-looking kid.
Okay.
You know, so me and him got into it maybe like 2 times.
Okay.
You know, as teenagers and shit. You know, it's fucking the weirdest.
Sir, you have to watch the language. This is my last.
Ah, man, I'm sorry.
Come
I'm
on,
sorry.
man.
I'm sorry, man. I'm half Italian. I'm half Puerto Rican.
I don't care. I don't care. Bring it down. I got to get you out of here. So now, hang on a second. So you had issues.
Right.
You had issues with him. He went by the name Baby B.O. or Poppy back in those days. Not that Hassan Campbell thing. It took a while for people to even know who Hassan Campbell was, right? Baby B.O. You had.
Yeah, well, I didn't. Like I said, I was from the other side. I was from Soundview.
Yeah.
But I didn't know him because I didn't hang out in Bronx River when I was a teenager. Right. But to get to Soundview, we got to get off of Soundview and Morrison under the 6 train. And then we got to get on the 27 bus.
Yeah. I know Soundview very well, sir. One of my dearest friends lived in Soundview Projects. I used to be there more than often. But anyway, so let's go back for a second. Stay with me. Now, back in those days, he was known as Baby B.O. or Poppy. And, you know, he hit a few people in the head with a meat cleaver. Yes? Were you one of those guys? Pow, split your shit.
Nah, shit. Nah. He never did nothing to me. It was always a stare-off. Because, like I said, he was the weirdest looking thing. He looked like a treasure trove. You know what I mean? So every time I used to see him, I used to just bug out, just how weird he looked.
Sir, I have to say with all due respect, back in those days, Baby B.O. would have split your head to the white meat, man. Come on.
Nah, not at all, man. Not at all. I was packing a 22. Yeah. I was packing a 22. You know what I mean? I was popping through my shirt.
Right. Did you ever use it? A lot of niggas had guns, but they never used it. You ever use it?
Oh no, of course, man. Of course. You know, I'm saying I never killed nobody. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Thank God. I don't got that on my conscience. Mm-hmm. You know, but no, I had to whip it out.
Sir, I think you're capping, but thank you.
Wow.
Sir, I think you're capping, but thank you. Let's get him out of here. You know, when I interviewed a lot of people back in 2016, I was talking to like the elders, and we were having such good conversations. They would call me 3 o'clock in the morning. Yo, Ali Kwan. Come on, man. What are we doing? Oh, man. Salute to the homie Pow Wow. They used one of Pow Wow's pictures in the Daily News, and they said it was Bambaataa. And me and Pow Wow, he said, yo, can you call somebody, man, tell them to do a retraction? Anybody know what I'm talking about? This is some old stuff. But Baby B.O., now I'm not going to talk about, shooting people and stuff like that, but I was told that he was poking people like crazy. And 2 people hit him in the head with a meat cleaver. Pow! Guys, on the screen, www.CaspersAcademy.com. I say again, CaspersAcademy.com. That's one of my sponsors. And again, for the remainder of the month of November, if you use the live chat link at the top of the live chat, which is a PayPal link, you can get half off of promotion if you use that link, okay? Now, let me go back to this question I put on the screen earlier. Fellas, do you call wifey from the market? This may not seem like a big deal to you. You may think just because, you got the fly phone and you got on your slides, you talking to wifey and you showing her what she wants. You may think that that's something that helps the union. I say different. There was a time when men, whether you be black or Hispanic, you were the heads of the household. Wifey was given an allowance to go food shopping. If she had a job, some type of secretary job, even still, she wouldn't, just spend money aimlessly. Somehow, with the creation of television and the Dick Van Dyke Show. I'm going back. Give me a second here. Dick Van Dyke. What year was that show? Dick Van Dyke. He played a bumbling idiot. Okay, he's still alive, 97 years of age. He's one of your biggest Hollywood icons. His television show, The Dick Van Dyke Show, 1961 until 1966. I'm going to drop a jewel on you. Just give me a second. Let me work. 1961, okay? CBS. That's what started the whole imaging and the propaganda that the husband, even though he was the breadwinner, he was a bumbling idiot. He was the butt of jokes. Now, I just took the long way around to ask some of you guys, do you call wifey from the market? You might say, yeah, what is this nigga Star talking about? When you give a woman a certain amount of power, to critique or to check you, they will never let you forget it. And then it'll become a thing of you going out to the house and she'll say, where you going? Don't forget what I asked you for, right? Anybody want to comment before I go back to Bam Dusky? That's one of my questions here today. Does wifey call you when you're at the market? Does she say, what are you doing? Oh, I've been in the goddamn aisles as I'm shopping and some guy's phone will ring. He does that thing where he hangs his head. Oh, okay. Those hoe ass happy wife, happy life type of goofies. You hang your head in shame because you become a shell of a man. And the woman that you, whether you marry her or whether she has your kids, she then becomes your boss. I just had to ask. I've never been in that position, nor would I be, but it strikes me as just really sad in this day and time. Let me go to area code 347. We're talking about a theory of mine. Africa Bambaataa sends a message to Poppy and Star. You up to speed? 347.
Yeah, I'm up to speed. What's up, Star?
How are you, sir?
Yeah, Poppy got popped, man. He was outside. He was outside repping.
Yeah.
I think that was really risky. He did too much this time, and this is one of those situations where, I don't know what kind of attention he was looking for. He was talking about Cassie and all of that. It really don't make no sense. I mean, this is a total different situation. He got all the attention he needed with you and, what was the other lady's name? I didn't get her name.
Layla Wills.
The other one that did Layla Wills. Okay, yeah. He got the attention he needed with you and Layla Wills. I feel like now, if he don't address Bambaataa directly, what's the point?
Yeah. Listen, I'm not throwing Layla under the bus. She's a highly intelligent journalist, but I pulled back and I said, "Listen, I'm off this." And she kept going hard in the paint, going all up in the goddamn board of directors, the money being funneled into the hip hop museum, and I think that was the final straw. Well, no, pardon me, that wasn't the final straw. Poppy being out there in front of Bronx River, Bam may have just snapped and said, enough of this bullshit, enough.
I mean, I feel like now he's put in a corner where, he's living his life online now.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to be pushed to rep even further, and I hope that that's not the case, because if you say you was abused by the man and now you've been shot and you feel like maybe you want to blame that on the situation as well, what's next for him?
Right.
He was out there looking to stab anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really brought that on himself. So, at the end of the day, I mean, bless up to the man. He was a victim from the beginning. All his other actions afterwards, don't really got much to do with the initial situation. Okay. People, like you said, want to come at him for the way he expressed himself. But if you're not in his shoes, I mean, what can you do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He does a lot of antics and stuff like that, but that's the online game. When you playing that game, making money online, not everybody really has the talent to kind of earn the bread, so they go and do other things, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
But he took it way too far this time. I couldn't believe it. I ain't never seen that like that. That was a crash out from heaven. But
well, when I hang on a second, sir, I mean, just on some G stuff. I mean, we are entertained. Yes, I'm entertained.
100% I'm entertained, but I'm from the Bronx. At the end of the day, I realized, you can't really move around. Say it again?
I said, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm from the Bronx. I never lived in a project or anything like that, but we already know, like, if you're from the projects, you've been to the projects, any given Sunday you can go in the building and it's 5 degenerates just sitting in the hallway full of piss smoking weed. Yeah. So it's not a safe place to move around if you're not on your P's and Q's. And the way he was moving, he was asking for trouble, even if it wasn't from somebody from Bambaataa. Like they said, some old, chick from the hood might have did it. So at the end of the day, it's really like that. Anybody could put something in you if you're not paying attention. Yeah. And I don't think he was paying attention. Yeah, pause. But, I don't think he was paying attention.
Okay. I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Got it, Star. Enjoy the holiday.
Thank you. You as well, sir. Did Poppy rob somebody from back in the days, and a female caught him at his low point? Oh, that's you, baby B.O. You made me and my boyfriend run our pockets back in, I don't know, 97? That's you turned up right now, crying, screaming. You got your little 007 in your back, but where's the ratchet? Oh, you ain't got the ratchet? Pow! People are on edge in the projects. Even I know that. People are on edge. Everybody ain't got time for the bullshit. And I don't want to talk too crazy, but well, you know what? Let me not do that, because then I might incriminate myself. Hang on a second. Do you call wifey from the market? I really want to hear from somebody. Let me see if there's one of you that's man enough to admit it, that you call your wife, your girl, that you can't go to the goddamn market without, checking in. Yo, I'm standing here. Which one you wanted again? And then she says, I told you to write it down. Oh, shit. Oh. My battery died. Well, go back in the car, charge that other phone, and then call me back. Click, and then she hangs up. I know some niggas who get spoken to like that. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, hang on. Okay. Area code 254. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Is that Anthony? 254.
Hey, salute, Star. How you doing?
I'm great, man. How are you? Thank you for your support.
I'm doing well. Yeah, always appreciate and support the machine.
Thank you, man.
I caught this kind of late, so I'm just tuning in. But I will say one thing I want to bring up. I don't know Hassan too much. I've kind of watched him, in the past 6 months. But watching that video and just looking at it over and over, one thing that I can tell is that Hassan was real comfortable. And so, I don't like to use profanity, but he's not sweet. The fact that he was sitting in the middle of the Bronx in an area that probably is not the safest, and he was there for some time, and he was screaming, and he was telling people, look, if you want to see me, come see me. Right. It just lets me know that, yeah, he might be behind the computer now. He might, he might tell stories about what he used to do, but I believe him off of seeing that. I believe that he actually was, he was out there stepping at one point.
If I can just jump in and say this, his gangster is not on trial here in no way, shape, or form. I've already said that, the research that I did prior to even interviewing him, because, again, he was the first person to come out against Bambaataa. That video was taken down because the elders said, hey, man, come on, Poppy. you know, and they were speaking to him very, very delicately because, again, the masses now know him as Hassan Campbell, but up there, that was Baby B.O. He was, and I don't say this to be disrespectful, a loose cannon of sorts. So he took the video down, and then you got this fuck nigga named Star who already ripped the file and then re-uploaded it. And we have what we have. So to some degree, you know, the fuck nigga Star wouldn't let this shit go, you know, and it was nothing personal against Zulu Nation, but I mean, I just interviewed a politician, so I needed that video of Baby B.O. You feel me? So you're right. He was about that, you know. I don't want to see him catch a bad one, you know, too bad, but what do you think about my theory? Do you think that Bambaataa pushed a button? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think you know, I'm 24, so not knowing too much about like how important Africa Bambaataa was. I did look him up a little bit in the Zulu Nation, but yeah, I think you're on point. I think for him, there's something else, because I always heard from just researching him that people were of the opinion, how do you let this guy do something to you if you're so tough? Why you don't do something back to him? And what I saw from the video is that he is not scared to push that button. There's a different relationship that apparently he had with that person. That's probably why he took that video down. And I remember when you pushed it, it really brought light to it. So
can I say this? But stay with me. You sent in a nice donation. Let me just put this on the table. You know, it's not as easy as why didn't he pop Bambaataa's top? A lot of those people, not just in that project building, but others, they're all related, you know, interbreeding. Let's keep it real. People are dating their cousin's sister, or you know, so it's like, well, if I pop his top, I'm going to be killing my nephew's godfather. That's the projects, man. You feel me? That's that project life. So you can't just lay a nigga down. Yo, the nigga violated me. Pout. No, there's a chain reaction that would happen, and somebody would be saying, "Why didn't you come talk to me? I could have worked it out." How's that sound?
It sounds good. It makes me appreciate not growing up in the projects.
Yeah. I'm gonna go real left for a second, sir, and I'll edit this part out. You ever had some good project pussy?
I haven't, Star. Yeah. I probably had like four girlfriends in my life. So hey, I'm one of those guys that once I find somebody I like, I kind of stick with them.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I say good project pussy is because there's a certain commitment and a certain understanding that a woman who was raised in the projects. No, listen, I'm as serious as colon cancer. There's a certain fight within her against the establishment, and she will never tell on you. She'll get on that fucking bus and take the trips to see you. You may have given her a ground and pound, but it's you, it's us, it's them against the fucking world. So it's really a unique type of female, but you yourself would have to be from the projects to have that certain type of bond, if that's not too much, what I just said.
No, that makes sense, Star. No, that makes sense, Star. And when you talk about that, I think of Cardi B. I think of her being like one of those ride or die, like
bingo.
Yep.
Bingo.
Yep. 100%. Hey, but salute to you, man. I appreciate what you're doing, and
thank you, sir.
You got some young guys listening to you that are a little bit educated. So I'm not from the projects, but I enjoy watching.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate the call. Thank you. Yeah.
Have a good one.
Yeah. So, folks, we're talking about a theory of mine. I have no proof. I'm not saying Bambaataa, actually pushed the button. But I think a message may have been sent, Please chime in if you would like to, give your perspective. I would love to have anybody from the BX to talk about not just the respect that people up there still have for Africa Bambaataa, but you can see by the few comments under that post that's in my community section. You know, what he said by way of Lauryn Hill's lyrics, I'm going to read them again. You know, it's up. On November the 14th, Africa Bambaataa posted, "Do you understand, man? Universal law, question mark. What you throw out, come back to you, star. Never underestimate those who you scar, because karma, karma, karma come back to you hard." Now, again, these are Lauryn Hill's lyrics, but why would Africa Bambaataa, post this on November the 14th at 10:07 a.m.? And then days later, Hassan Campbell, a.k.a. Poppy, he just gets into some type of, I'll just say, all-nighter. I don't know about him doing drugs. I'm not going to put that on him. And then he winds up right there. Oh, he right there? Now, let me just say this, and this is not to say that today's generation is not gangster. I'm not saying that. But, back in the days, you could get shot on the strength. There didn't need to be a bag on your head. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Back in the days, you could get shot on the strength. Give me a second. Let me see if they know what I'm talking about. Certain people you just have that much respect for. On GP, yeah. General principle. Yeah, I shot the nigga on GP, man. So it's not hard to imagine. Even if Bam didn't pick up the phone, even if somebody just said, hey, yo, Bam. Hey, yo, that little fuck nigga Poppy downstairs doing too much. Don't worry, Bam. I got this. And then we have what we have. Now, again, I'm glad he's okay. I wouldn't want to say anything happened to him, but hey, it's a very, very delicate situation. So that's my theory with regards to Bambaataa sending a message to Hassan Campbell and to STAR. STAR is at the center of this particular debacle. You see, prior to STAR in 2016, everything was just misinformation, gossip, tea. And I don't say that to be disrespectful to anyone. But there was nothing solid, nothing concrete. When I brought out the politician and he, spoke about this, people were like, whoa. And then when Baby B.O. came out, you see, that was next level. Let me just go back to that. That changed everything. The politician, not so much. People felt sorry for the politician, even though the politician is the one who was making claims about, I won't stop until this man is arrested. I'm suing Bambaataa. He did multiple interviews. Yes? You guys know I'm talking about? The politician. Address him as the politician. Never mind that little street name from the late 70s, 80s. We're talking about a grown-ass fucking man. But when Baby B.O. came out, whose name rang bells throughout Bronx River, because everyone knew B.O. When Baby B.O. came out and said what he said, it changed everything. Okay? All right, now, I'm going to finish up on Angel Reese, why she's not playing for LSU. Maybe it's a bad attitude. Maybe she's a little too aggressive. Maybe she's not pregnant. Maybe she's just, expecting too much, of her teammates now. At first, when they won the championship, didn't she say, we're not going to the White House to meet the First Lady and others? And then something happened. They started talking to her, and then she came out and said, I'm a team player. We're all going, Right? Nigga said, talk about the bussy order. Well, sir, listen. Go to Layla Will's channel on YouTube and you see those niggas talking about the bussy order. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to the phone lines here. But first, let me go to PayPal donations. Thank you, 1061 fam. Star, I enjoy family life in my creation role. Okay. I do not know I don't do no shopping, big nigga. Too busy doing what I do. May call in and encourage the real. Okay. You don't do no shopping. Wifey handles that all. Okay. And I wouldn't disrespect your wife in any way, shape, or form. But does your wife consult with you when she goes shopping, or when she, talks about the food in front of your? I would imagine you have beautiful children because she goes shopping. Does she talk with respect? You see a lot of relationships today. There's no respect between the parents, and the children see this, and that's the reason why, in my opinion, we have a lot of younger people, whether they be black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. They mimic what they see because they don't see a respect for the man. Just want to say that, but thank you for your donation. 1051's fam says the bussy market has crashed. Niggas tired of getting the die slow. Okay. Dre at Grave Shift. Salute to the machine. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you to you, sir. I appreciate your support. Okay. Right now, let's go to area code 804. Thank you for your hold. Are you there? Area code 804. I got a theory I'm discussing.
Yes, sir. What's up, Star? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
Say it again.
I'm good, sir. How about yourself?
Oh, yes. I'm good. Our old time callers, Brian. I won a couple of the singing contests or whatever.
Thank you.
Ago. But anyway,
thank you.
I want to touch on a couple of things real quick on the topics. First thing is the ghetto pussy. When you start talking about the ghetto pussy story or the topic, I had this ghetto girl one time, Star, Southeast Washington, D.C. And she said, "Come on over, baby. Come on over. You know that's all." I go over there. It's a little thing in the projects, and I'm like, okay, I can handle. I went to the bathroom, and there was roaches in the bathroom. So I was like, you know what? Am I going to let this compromise, my good time tonight, or I'm going to be an old suburban nigga and run out the door? Long story short, one of the greatest times she had to put the kids in bed. Get your ass in that bed. I told you not to get up. But it was just a great time. And she was a very down-to-earth, spoke her mind. I appreciated her. That's all I got on that one. Okay. But next subject. Bambooty. The African Bambooty story is very disappointing to a lot of people, right, because we looked up to him.
Right.
He set the tone. He set some trends. He did a lot of things for New York, for hip hop, for rap, whatever. But what we all do, we make a mistake and we look up to these people who sing. We look up as role models. We look at these people and put them in a special place. They're just humans. Mm-hmm. And humans have some fucked up ways, excuse my language, some messed up ways about them. Mm-hmm. And we get disappointed. I mean, Michael Jackson, people are, oh, Michael did that, but he's still great. So do we not acknowledge their work? We have to acknowledge their work.
Right.
But people are people. I mean, they say Dennis Brown did some things. Do I not listen to Dennis Brown? R. Kelly. Do I not listen to R. Kelly? No, but I can't hold him in a higher thing than every other human. Mm-hmm. We're not perfect. Some of us are wicked. We do wicked things. But we hold these people. Luther was my man. Luther was my guy.
Sir, hush your mouth. If you ain't got no evidence on Luther Vandross, don't you dare.
Listen.
No, sir. No, sir. Sir, don't go in that direction. I will hang up on you. Luther has always kept it. He has always kept it quiet and to the chest. You know that term. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Now, hang on.
Right.
Stay with me. Stay with me. I want to go back for a second because I appreciate your support. We have spoken in the past. You know, we can't get it twisted here. When I say ghetto coochie, pussy, what have you, you know, everybody's got roaches. I'm not focusing on what you said. I mean, come on, because, you know, truth be told, prior to, was it 1996? Prior to 1996, there was a vaccine that came out for shingles, and a lot of white girls used to have shingles and lice. Yeah. See, I smashed more white girls in the 80s and the early 90s, well, actually, you know, growing up in the 70s, than I did women of color. So I didn't mind a black woman having roaches, but white girls, don't get it twisted. They had lice, shingles, and again, I think that vaccine came out in 96. So in the 80s, you smashed a white girl with some shingles. That was more of a concern to me. Any experience with that?
Well, I grew up in the suburbs, you know, very affluent neighborhood in Silver Spring, Maryland. But yes, I knew about the lice thing, and again, I'm not knocking anyone. I mean, nobody's perfect. She had the roaches, and you know what? When I left it, I didn't care. I just made sure they weren't in my pocket.
That's okay. It's okay. I had some good coochie from a girl. I think it was 1990 in Jamaica Plain. You ever heard of Jamaica Plain up in Massachusetts?
No, I'm not hip to that. No.
I went into the kitchen to get a glass of water, and they had the cereal in Tupperware.
Right.
So I knew what it was. I knew
you knew what time it was. You know what time it was.
I got the glass of water, took my ass back upstairs, and smashed, and the coochie was fire. Now let's go back for a second to Bambaataa. Okay, so what do you think? Do you think that he pushed a button on Hassan? And did you see in the community section his Facebook page what he said about STAR? I think
STAR. Okay, so actually, I haven't seen it yet. I've heard you talking about it today. I'm gonna check it out. But what I want to say is, like, when somebody is in the limelight and they get accused of things in any walk of life, if you get accused of something and there's no truth to it, you don't have to respond. You can just laugh to yourself and say, "Look, they got my name in the news again." Yeah. But if there's some truth to it, sometimes people tell on themselves by trying to defend or not, you know, saying, "Oh, well, yeah, I didn't do that. You know, STAR better shut up." Still, whatever he said, I need to see it. But you can't offend me if it ain't true, bro. You can say whatever you want. I'll just laugh about it.
Okay. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you, and have a great Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Be good, man. You too.
Okay. 105 fam got your donation. Kiss that project girl on the neck and taste that Johnson & Johnson powder. Run your hand through and savor the smell of her bar soap washed hair. I think it's more of a mental thing that I was referring to with regards to, you know, the position against society, you know. But thank you. Tomau, Bambaataa be on that picnic table type of purr. Have we heard from the alleged shooter, or did Hassan Campbell shoot himself? I don't know. Houston, going to the community section. Bambaataa's Facebook page. It's right there, my nigga. He says, I mean, I'll read it again. Actually, he said he took Lauryn Hill's lyrics from Lost Ones. I think it was the remix part 2. Now, don't you understand, man, universal law? What you throw out comes back to you, STAR. Never underestimate those who you scar, because karma comes back to you hard. Now, there's more to that says you can't hold God's people back that long, but he didn't post that. That's what's going on in Houston. Are you up to speed? Good to hear from you, homie. Hemp Lord got your donation. All charges dropped against Shaka Zulu. Oh, good, man. Good. Thank you for the notification. All charges dropped against Shaka Zulu in ATL. Yeah, he caught a body, man, but what a great guy he is. I haven't seen Shaka Zulu in decades. I don't know if I would imagine he's still involved with Ludacris's career, but yeah, he had to shoot somebody outside of a parking lot. I think it was his restaurants or club's parking lot. Okay. Sir Shy, got your donation. So I'm calling in from 510. I want to talk about Angel Reese. Hold on a second. Sir Shy, is that you, sir? 510 on a Wednesday. Sir Shy.
Yo, Star, what's popping, man? What's popping?
Good to hear from you, man. Before we get into Angel Reese, did you see the Bambaataa post on his Facebook page in my community section?
Yes, I did. Just checked it out, and I ride with you, Star, but I just have a little pushback on the whole Bambaataa thing. I can get into it.
Come on.
Now, we just had the 50th anniversary of hip-hop, but I didn't celebrate it because not only did Kool Herc not start hip-hop, you cannot leave out Pow Wow, you can't leave out Jam Master Jay, and you can't leave out Mr. Biggs, you can't leave out Bambaataa. I'm sorry, that whole thing at Yankee Stadium, not to play Soul Sonic Force, that's not happening for me. So that's why when it comes to hip-hop and this whole issue with Poppy, the politician, to me, just gathering all the information from Hip Hop on Trial, 90% of that stuff has to be a relationship. And this is why I'm not trying to be desensitized to the victims, but I mean from case after case, interview after interview, these 17, 18-year-old guys were down with it. And that, I guess that's legal age in New York State, right?
Well, now, let's go back for a second.
All right.
And I appreciate your support as always. Jam Master Jay, I mean, he's not one of your founding fathers. You said Jam Master Jay, and I'm a little.
Is that his name?
You said,
Jam Master Jay, Mr. Biggs, Powell, and Bambaataa.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, Jazzy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Jazzy J.
You're confusing me. Yeah, you're confusing me.
Right.
Okay.
I apologize.
Jazzy J.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Right.
I thought you meant Jam Master J from Run DMC. Okay.
Right. Sorry. Jazzy J.
Okay. So now with regards to the theory, I want to focus on the theory first. Do you think that there's any truth to Bambaataa pushing a button and having Baby B.O. shot, down?
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. Some of the callers. I mean, this is Bronx River. I was just there just last month, going through Chester and all those Dykeman and all those neighborhoods. You don't think there's Bambaataa loyalists from the early '80s still living there, or their grandkids? Of course. Hey, wait a minute. Poppy's back? Oh, what does he want? I'm sure they made phone calls. Bam. They threw something at him. I mean, Bam is somewhere in like Jersey somewhere, Elizabeth or Newark, so he's not too far away.
Teaneck to be precise.
I think he pushed a button. And then when I look about hip hop, look at all the people that are hurt. We haven't heard from Q-Tip in years. Fat Joe had to backtrack and fumble and stumble. De La Soul's hasn't been the same. I mean, Bambaataa has his handprints on. LL Cool J's quiet. I mean, what Pop... I don't know.
Hang on a second, Sir Shy. I mean, and hang on. No, I appreciate your support because you do support the machine. Q-Tip actually called me in 2016 after I started interviewing people. I don't really speak about that because I'm not trying to just throw names out there. But Q-Tip called me like 2:00 in the morning. We had a gentleman's conversation. I can never say anything bad about Q-Tip. He was truthful. We had a very, very good conversation, and we needed to, But also with regards to, people not knowing the depths of what happened in Bronx River, I can't just throw people's names out there. You mentioned LL Cool J. I don't want to do that. Hassan.
All right, I'll leave it alone.
Hassan has done that. But let's go back for a second. Again, in Bronx River, they knew him as Baby B.O. or Poppy. You guys...
Rest in peace, B.O.
Yeah, you guys know Hassan Campbell. So Poppy going back there talking hella crazy rubbed people the wrong way. And I'm sure even now, people who didn't even know what happened, because a lot of old niggas don't fuck with YouTube like that. They don't fuck with Facebook. And they're like, what? And there may be a feeling of, yeah, he deserved to be touched. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying what the older generation could be thinking. Go ahead.
Start. Imagine me. I'm from Oakland. You've been to Oakland. You've been to West Oakland, East Oakland.
Yes.
Imagine me going to a project in East Oakland, airing out Mark Curry, Too Short, Keith the Sneak, Mac Dre, and then thinking that somebody's not going to drive by and shoot me in the ankle.
Right.
I don't know what Poppy was thinking doing that. It doesn't matter. That's like you in Scotch Plains cussing out Bill Rose or cursing out, George Clinton. Why would you disrespect?
Well, they're actually from Plainfield, sir. I'm from Scotch Plains, but that's it's something.
Well, I mean, say general area. I apologize for that. I'm not sure I'm sure there's been a lot of you mentioned it. I just can't think of it off the top.
Okay.
But I mean, that would happen to me. So of course it would happen to Poppy to disrespect the elders of hip hop.
Okay.
But and then on the Angel Reese thing, I think somebody did not mention it. That coach, I don't trust that coach. What's her name? Kim Mulkey. She seems like to be like one of those old. Yeah, she's old school, but I think she's just jealous of a young black girl getting her shine on, and now she's trying to use her GPA and her school grades to bench her in the second half.
Oh, wow.
It's like her grades were the same in the first and the second quarter. Why would you bench her? Oh, I found out you had a C in the third quarter. You're benched.
Wow.
That Kim Mulkey, she's an issue, and I don't blame Angel Reese. I do think she needs to focus on her craft, because even Sha'Carri Richardson had to slow down on the celebrityism to get back into racing.
Right.
And now she's on top of her game. So, Angel, nobody would care about you if you're not playing basketball. She needs to understand that, because she's not going to get calls from Drake or Little Baby and stuff like that if she doesn't focus on her craft.
Right.
So Angel needs to kind of settle down before her 5 minutes of fame is gone.
Okay. I appreciate the call, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tapping
I appreciate you, man. Talk to you later. Peace.
Yes, sir. Thank you. He mentioned Bill Rose, a.k.a. Bilal. What a great human being he was, man. Oh, man. R.I.P. Condolences. Anybody from Plainfield, New Jersey who knew Bill Rose, again, a.k.a. Bilal from Fifth Ave. That was my guy, man. That was my guy. Folks, I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm just asking you to, entertain the bullshit. It's Wednesday. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, okay? Did Bambaataa send a message to Hassan Campbell and STAR? Please go in the community section. If you have not seen it, the link goes right to Bambaataa's Facebook page. November 14th, 10:07 a.m. And who was that sent me the email? The first person, somebody said, yo, old nigga, Bam getting at you. I so appreciate the bullshit. John Blaze, are you tapping in? John Blaze says, trying to get that discount. Okay, on promo. Okay, John Blaze, I got you. Just send me an email. Thank you for your support, John Blaze. You are appreciated as always. You know who sent in a donation. Who is the female author to romance women? What are you talking about, sir? Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Let me. I think you're asking me an old question. About books that I used to read when I was younger? If that's what you're talking about, can you elaborate? I think that's what you're talking about. I'm not sure, but thank you for your donation. Give me a second. Hey, Tara. Tara says, Bam Bum is trying to send threats. Catch playback. Okay. Thank you, Tara. Yeah. Let me go back to the phone lines here a second. And I'm sorry. And Newt's tapping in via Cash App. Star, give FBJ an award next. God's work. LOL. Okay. Let me go to area code 646. Are you there on a Wednesday? Area code 646. Talking about a few topics here.
Hey, Star.
Hey.
Hey, I'm here to talk about your African Bambaataa connection. You want to hear my quick theory real quick?
Theory, yes, sir. Theory, go ahead.
I think he's talking about you because he capitalized Star and he used another R, Star Report.
Right.
If you look at the lyric, they don't have the capital S.
Facts.
When you read the lyrics from Lauryn Hill.
I'm so glad
it's a lowercase.
Continue, because I'm so glad you said this, because I say, people are going to think I'm cloud chasing. Go ahead.
But no, when you see Star, right? Even when you pull up your channel on YouTube, you got Star and then space R. Yeah. He spelled Star with 2 R's.
Yeah.
And when you look at Lauryn Hill's lyrics, it's 1 R. And he capitalized the S.
Yeah.
He's talking about a person. That's an individual.
He's talking about splitting my wig, sir. Yes?
Yes, and you caught on to it. Yeah, I'm a writer, so I know. Yeah, he's talking about a person. It's the capital S.
Okay.
And go look up Lauryn Hill's lyrics, the official lyrics.
I did, sir, and it doesn't have 2 R's. What do you think I'm doing this show? I'm Clout Daddy.
Yeah, and also Star is lowercase.
Right.
He has a capital S. That's you're talking about a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent a shot at you. That was a good. You paying attention?
Well, listen, I've got the beautiful troll babies. They caught it because I don't really fuck with Facebook like that. I said, oh shit, okay. He might he might remove it. I don't know, but I took the screenshot. But what else do you want to chime in? Go ahead.
Yeah, because I was like, what is Star talking about? And I went back and I read it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, he capitalized the S. And why would you misspell that word?
Right.
Unless you Star Report.
Right.
Like the R goes R to report.
Yeah.
So you want to something, man. I just wanted to call that in and say that I agree with you.
Well, stay with me. Now, do you think that he may have pushed a button on Baby B.O., a.k.a. Hassan Campbell, when he was in the front of the projects Sunday morning? What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's very possible. That's very possible. You look at the history of Zulu Nation and the accusations, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't seem out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
It doesn't. When you lie, they use fear and intimidation, yeah.
Yeah.
And even the politician recanting his story and all of that, certainly.
Yeah. I appreciate the call, man.
Certainly.
And thank you for pointing that out about the extra R. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Enjoy your holiday.
You too, sir. Yeah, you see that, folks? I so appreciate you guys when you analyze these things so that I'm not doing too much, Hold on a second, guys. Let me check. Okay. Houston, are you calling in? I'm not up to speed, sir. He says, nigga. What is this? Where are you? Houston, the downfall of my hip-hop, LL Curtis, Bo Beach. Call in, Houston. Where are you? Are you tapping? Let me go to area code 201. Good afternoon. Wednesday, talking about a few topics. I have a theory. Are you at the speed? 201.
Peace, Star. Season's greetings. Rob Lowe 2000.
Rob, how are you, man? Good to hear from you. What's cracking?
Chilling. I want to... Okay, we're going to get the black girl out the way first.
Come on.
I believe that it's probably all 3 topics that on the board for her. She's probably pregnant. It's probably black girls going wild and too arrogant. She's too arrogant. Them white folks have had enough of her. Like that girl with the different color hair. The track girl, Sha'Carri, is that her name? Sha'Carri
Richardson, Go ahead.
Yo, you get tired of that. You get tired of somebody younger than you that don't know nothing trying to tell you what your job is, especially if you're a coach.
Right.
You get sick of that. You get sick of that nonsense. So when she might make a mistake, like all young people do, it's going to be magnified. And some of them even praying for her to make a mistake, a downfall, because the arrogance is on 10.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, now, at the end of the day, you know, I support her as much as I can support her without the nonsense, but the nonsense becomes so overglaring of the accomplishments that it's like, yeah, man, you know what? Maybe you do need to sit down somewhere for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, look, like I said, it could be any one of them things, man, with her, because you just can't. The track record is there's too much. You going to tell the president, like, you know, they normalized this whole thing, like, they've normalized this whole thing about talking down to authority.
Right.
You don't got to listen to your parents.
Right.
You don't got to, you don't got to.
And the teachers cannot correct their work. I don't know. I forget when that whole thing started. You know, teachers can no longer use red pens. It's like, what? I mean,
See, that's all that nonsense. You right even when you dead wrong.
Right.
You know you wrong.
Right.
But you're gonna plant a flag on that hill and say, I don't give funk. I don't give. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This thing is getting too far with these young people trying to tell people who have lived on this earth. And I'm not trying to say that knowledge and wisdom are synonymous with age, but there are some people that know some things other than young people. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, people, you know, older people are getting tired of this nonsense, especially a coach. You going to tell me I've been coaching for 25 years and you ain't even been on this earth 25 years and you going to tell me how to do something? So, yeah, man, they probably, whatever it is, I doubt it's her grades, but whatever it is, it's just going to be magnified and on 10. And, yo, it might not even be racism, but after a while, the only thing you can just say to yourself is, man, this nigga is crazy. Or, like, you know, it just comes out that way. But I wanted to touch on the Poppy joint.
Please, go ahead. Hassan Campbell, go ahead.
So I understand him. I understand him being upset. But I think that I think his message of truth is being clouded by clout because he is making money. You know, the whatever money he's making more money than not doing anything. And I think that he becomes sensational in order to get money. And then he goes back. Like, there's too much of the back and forth. So I think you had a caller the other night that was explaining the trauma that he's going through. That also plays a major part. And that trauma / drinking or drugs or whatever it is that he's popping, it could drive him to go into Bronx River and start making noise. Now, I do not.
If I can jump in for a second, because even though, you know, we do a lot with the trolling and having fun, I have no knowledge, no proof about Poppy doing drugs. You know, because again, when I did my research to interview the people, that was one of the questions that I was asking about the people that I was interviewing. Did they have a drug history? Now, whether they did some things occasionally, like, you know, weekend warriors, that wasn't something that I was too concerned about. But I had no information with regards to him being drugs. He was just, you know, he was young baby B.O. So what he was, for the most part, doing was, you know, just being a misguided adolescent and then, you know, being within that Zulu Nation family. Go ahead.
Well, I will say this. I don't know if he's doing drugs or drinking because I don't watch him enough to make that determination.
Okay.
But there is something troubling him. You see it in his body language. It's something tearing him down. And I believe him when he says that he was molested. I believe that. I believe him.
So do I.
But
I did the research. So do I. Go ahead.
But I don't believe that he went to Bronx River Project and Africa Bambaataa push the button because there's too many disconnects for it to happen in that way. Africa Bambaataa would have to call an old nigga would have to get a young dude. I believe a girl probably came outside and said, yo, man, shut that noise up. Yo, I'll stab you. I'll throw your mom down the stairs. Really? Pow. It's just that simple. Because in Bronx River or in most projects, the only time that there is quiet is on a Sunday morning because people were...
Rob Lowe, are you from the projects? Rob Lowe. Are you from the projects?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Never. Family, yes. And mostly all of the projects, some of them are dead now and moved on. But yeah, most of the ones in Harlem and some in the Bronx and some in Bronx River. Mm-hmm. But that was 70s, 80s, little bit of the 90s flow. Most of them have died off and the others have moved on. Yeah. But yeah, Sunday morning is the only time that you might get peace and quiet before it all starts all over again when people start coming outside like around 2, 3 in the afternoon.
Great point.
So yeah,
Great point.
So do I believe that he was out there making noise and then he woke somebody up that had their window open because the heat is too hot inside the project?
Right.
Yeah. And they were like, yo, shut up. Yeah. And then when the bottles start to crashing, everybody wakes up. And then here you got somebody talking about, I'm going to throw your mother down the stairs.
Oh no.
Nah, dog.
Yeah.
Not in these projects. Yeah. Not.
You're doing too much, baby BO. You're doing too much
Doing way too much. And then on top of that, yo, your time, that window of people that he might have known, it's like you said, these old dudes got gout. They limping. They got canes.
Right.
The dudes that was the old heads in the 80s is now in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
They not.
Them old niggas got scurvy.
Right. And they got their window is facing the highway. It's not facing the court. Like you talking to a totally different generation that they probably know who you are, but they don't know that that's you down there talking and yelling all that noise.
Right.
Like, come on, man, get up out of here. What you doing? Right. So I feel him, but that clout chase right there and then trying to associate himself with Cassie, first of all, Africa Bambaataa might have been there in the beginning of hip-hop, yes. He might have made some money, yes. He don't got no puffy money, and he don't got...
Rob Lowe, I'm going to stop you right there. Because there is a way that Hassan Campbell can sue. And, if he wants to reach out to me, that's fine. If not, then I'll leave this alone. But there is a way that I think he can be compensated. And I'm going to leave it right there. Rob Lowe, great to talk to you, man. Thank you.
I completely agree. Salute, Star.
Thank you, man. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Season's greetings. Salute.
Season's greetings. Happy Thanksgiving. Absolutely. Hey, Janine, I got your donation. Oh, that was fast. She said, what is scurvy? Scurvy is some type of, isn't it like a lack of, is it vitamin C or, I forget what scurvy is. It's like when you get older. Hold on a second, let me Google this. Anybody know what scurvy? Hold on. Okay, scurvy is a disease that occurs when you have a severe lack of vitamin C, absorbic acid. Okay, that's somewhat right. Gum disease, general weakness, anemia, yeah. You know who? I got your other donation. Sir, you're asking me about something from way back. Are you talking about Emily Loring? I don't know what you're saying, sir. Who is the female author to Romance Women? Google Emily Loring, Emily, Emily Loring, Loring. Is that what you're talking about? Those were those little books I used to read, in the 70s. The author, yeah, she's been dead, homie. Been dead, man. And I wouldn't say it's necessarily to romance women. It's just, that particular point in society when, having a more verbal way of communicating with females may or may not help you in today's day and time. I don't know, depending on how old you are, but thank you for your donation. Guys, on the screen, www.foxyandbeautiful.com. That's one of my sponsors. I say again, www.foxyandbeautiful.com. For the next 24 hours, I'll give you 50% off. If you purchase anything from foxyandbeautiful.com, 50% off on a 30-day marketing package on the Star Report. But you have to send me a screenshot, foxyandbeautiful.com. Okay, I need to see that you did make a purchase. That's what I do with my sponsors, guys. In case anybody wants to be a sponsor, we do special, attention. Where's my email address? Hold on a second. And Deeds, are you out there? I thought Deeds was calling in. I guess Deeds got busy. Hold on, guys. I forgot to put my email address on the screen with regards to potential. Okay, it's not working. Jesus Christ. Well, you guys know the email address. thehater1964yahoo.com. Okay, let me put this back. Hold on, and we'll get back to Hamilton, I got your donation. Star, I brought up the RR in Star in my super chat. That caller bit my ish. Okay? Okay. I don't know, but thank you. Thank you. Guys, in the community section is what I'm talking about with regards to Bambaataa sending a message to Star, okay? Tomau got your other donation. Thank you so much. A few more calls here, guys. It's Thanksgiving Eve, okay? Let me go to area code 212. Are you there on a Wednesday evening?
Yo.
212.
Yo, Star, what's good? It's Bell Parkway West. What's good,
Hey,
brother?
what's up
good,
with you,
man? I
homie?
ain't gonna call you brother, my bad. I almost called you brother. I caught myself.
How are you, sir? Good to hear from you.
Yo,
yes, sir.
I'm chilling. I'm on the Grand Central Park. I'm about to go. Man, that's happy, man.
Sir, your phone's going in and out. Your phone's going in and out, sir. Can you make the adjustments? We want to hear you. Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
There you go.
You hear me clear now?
There you go. Say again. Go ahead.
This guy Hassan is out of his mind, man. This guy lost his freaking. You go out to the Bronx. Everybody know that it's already a grimy ass place. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from Flatbush, but everybody know the Bronx. You don't mess around in the Bronx. I don't think that had nothing to do with Bambaataa. I think it was just straight up one of them, whoever threw that bottle or somebody in one of them buildings just got tired of hearing them talking shit.
Okay.
And he just came out and just shut them the fuck up. That's all that was, man.
Sir, you have to watch the F-bombs, please. Just take it easy on the F-bombs.
Oh, pardon me. That's right. The algorithm. Okay. Yeah, like.
Are you from the projects? Are you from the projects?
No, sir. I'm from a side block. I used to go to Vanderveer to smoke bud when I used to go to the projects for fun because it was kind of like going to the zoo.
Right.
Like you go out there, you go, you play with the animals, and you get the hell out of there before 10 o'clock.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But hell no, man. With all due respect, I had a friend in the project that used to keep his water running all day long for no reason. The hot tub used to be running. I used to be like, why y'all do that? Because it's free. And I'm like, I grew up in a house where we actually pay a water bill. So like,
well, he actually did that to be spiteful to the other tenants. That's why they used to do that.
Yeah, I know. So the hot water could run out.
Yeah.
The hot water tank gets empty, and then
charge them to turn it to stop running it in his apartment so that they could then take baths and showers. Yeah, that's that old '70s shit.
Like, yeah, that project shit. I can't fathom the thinking behind that shit, but it just seemed crazy to me, bro.
No, it was actually very ingenious. It's very ingenious. I'm gonna run the hot water in my tub all day. I'm gonna burn out the oil. Y'all just gonna have lukewarm water. Lukewarm. If you want hot water, pay me. You feel me?
I'm talking about
I'm on the 3rd floor. Y'all up on the 9th and the 10th and the 15th floor. Ain't no hot water coming up there unless I eat. Go ahead.
I'm talking about Vanderveer Projects, man. The
Yes.
You remember the Sunshine Court, right?
Sir,
you know,
sir.
from New York Ave. Between
Sir.
Farragut,
I stayed in Vanderveer. They used to call it the Veer back in the days. For 2 weeks.
Which court? Which court used to stay on? Which court?
I have no idea, sir. Don't try and dry snitch. But yeah. Back in the 80s, the Veer, right? The Veer. If you're not from the Veer, don't come around here.
Yeah. I know the Veer. You used to go in there pretending to be a cop and
easy, sir. Whoa, slow down.
Yo, you said that, not me. That's your talking.
Sir, I said I was accused of pretending to be a cop in Vanderveer.
Allegedly.
I didn't say I did it. I said I was accused. But go ahead.
Allegedly. Yeah. But listen, man, your boy Poppy need to just calm down, man. He bugging because next time, honestly, I don't think he shot himself. I think he really got popped out there, but I think that'll be the last time he can talk about going outside, and I'm outside talking that hot shit about being outside. I think now he better stay by his pond,
okay,
and stare at them expensive koi fish and just reflect. You know what I'm saying? Because he just pay attention to them kids and that fish tank and just stay the hell out the street. Okay. Obviously, he ain't built for it because if you're the real street dude like that, he'd have never had his back turned to all them goons that was lurking around while he was doing that live.
Leave it alone.
I've seen a lot of grime people.
Leave it alone.
Lurking around,
yeah.
And he's there looking at the friggin' at the phone or whatever. So he definitely got caught lacking out there.
I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you, man. Salute. Thank you. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Brooklyn nigga calling here telling. Damn. Okay. Thank you. Goo, are you calling in, Goo? Yeah, I'm not going to add too much on that, Goo. I know who you're talking about, but, I think that might complicate things. I don't want to put anybody else's name in the mix, I want to stay focused on Baby B.O. That's Poppy, Bronx River. Hold on a second, guys. Susie says Brooklyn niggas are always snitching. Susie, you make a very good point. I mean, Harlem niggas have been known over the decades for telling when they get into a jam, but the art of snitching, I would have to agree with Susie, comes out of Brooklyn. That's why I perfected it. I've said that before. It's such a cutthroat, backstabbing, conniving place. Why would you not tell? Why? If 3 to 6 on an A misdemeanor? Nah, I was working for him. It's his drugs. No, sir. He was the one who shot the unregistered firearm at people on the basketball court. I was there. Yeah. Anyway, Rob Lowe got your donation. Brooklyn niggas, stay with the bullshit. John Flowers, how are you, man? Do you want to call in John Flowers? Okay, John Flowers says, I too will take advantage of the 50% off PayPal. Just send me a screenshot, John Flowers. John Flowers. Let me make sure I'm promoting your platform. Hold on, guys. Business over bullshit, okay? And John Flowers is giving away some great discounts on photos. He does all sorts of AI stuff. He does group pictures. He does videos. Ladies, if you're trying to find your way about and you want someone to take photos of you and then airbrush them or work on them in Photoshop. You see, a lot of you females, hang on a second. You may not have the confidence that you once had, but don't worry. JohnFlowersPhotos.com. Let me put his information in the live chat. Just say, hey, John, that fuck ass nigga Star said you you can help me. JohnFlowersPhotos.com. Don't worry about if you've got stretch marks, if you've got, I don't know, saggy breast. This guy can do wonders with your photos. This guy can do what Kim Kardashian and her family has been doing for years. Tell him I sent you. He's also in the community section if you are watching the rebroadcast, okay? Let me go back to the phone lines here. Area code, is this 302? Good afternoon, good evening, 302. Are you there?
Hey, what's going on, Star?
How are you, sir? I'm great.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good. I wanted to talk about that Angel Reese situation. Is that cool?
Please, go ahead, Angel Reese. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think what a lot of people were touching on earlier, I think that may be true about her maybe being preggo, because usually when it comes to academic shortfalls, that's going to be the first thing to hit the lines. We haven't heard. It's just speculation. Anybody that's played sports or been in college, you're going academic probation. You can't hide that at all. So it's either grades, because you can't hide being on academic probation.
Do you know college basketball, sir? I can't say that I do. And D. Rich is the caller who put that on the table first. D. Rich, that she could be pregnant. I don't know what her money making ventures are. If there's something to do with maybe a new attitude, a bad disposition. I was trying to be fair and say maybe she's being
Remember, she had to, which didn't have to, but she moved off campus because she was saying she was getting so much attention that it became overwhelming. So it could be.
I didn't know that.
True,
Hang on, go back. She moved off campus? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she announced, this is November. I want to say in the summertime, she was like, she'll be taking all online classes.
Oh.
And that's what she's been doing. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. So she attends LSU online.
I'm living on a lake now.
Also, Star, can I touch that Poppy situation too?
No, sir. We got to stay on Angel Reese for a second. I didn't know she moved off campus. Tell me more.
Yeah,
Tell me more. What's going on?
Well, she's getting the bag. She's one of like the top 5 college students in the nation as far as those NIL deals, and she's like the number one female when it comes to like bringing in that money. And she even said a couple months ago, she was like, "I'm in no rush to go to the WNBA. I'm making more money than they are."
Right.
So yeah, she's definitely eating high off the hog.
Okay, good. So you want to say what now? Something else? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, with the Hassan Campbell situation, I don't think Bambaataa had anything to do with it. If you notice, well, you remember, he's been coming at everybody. People that have lost their children, brothers, Papi, walk away. He's like, I see it. If you zoom in, if you pause the video and zoom in, you see 2 dudes running down the strip in all black.
Okay.
And then that's where you see the camera switch to him being in the car. It's like, oh, woo, people are hot. But you see 2 dudes running and they're clutching.